Yo! Yo! What is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome on in to another edition, a Sunday matinee edition of Philly Take with RB. Sixers Game Day Live as the Philadelphia 76ers start a 6-game road trip. As this afternoon they're in Dallas, taking on the Mavericks. Down everybody. It's an ultimate battle of the tankathon. Sixers have been cooking lately. Can they keep it up? We got some really good updates for you guys and a whole bunch more as we get into it. But let's go, man. We know the goal. Can they accomplish it? Can they achieve it? We'll get into it all. We'll break it down. But most importantly, man, we'll have fun. We'll have fun. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome officially into Philly Take with RB. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, or maybe good morning, wherever you're tapping in from. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. It's the Sixers Game Day Live show presented by National University. We have the 22-44 Philadelphia 76ers taking on the 33-35 Dallas Mavericks. This is the number one Sixers Game Day Live show all season long, where we give you the pregame, live game, and postgame coverage with our staple play-by-play and reactions and our analysis as it all goes down. And of course, we'll take your phone calls after the game, so join in on the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, do me one solid, one huge favor, especially this afternoon. If you're here on the East Coast with me, you know, with this weird timing of a game with two teams who are absolutely depleted. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but based on all the circumstances, man, you know, a lot of people are probably not going to get the notification for this stream. So do me a favor, all right? Like the stream. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that red sub button, help us get to 42K. It's been a slow burn this season. And if you want to become an official part of the Philly Take family, get those cool emojis, those loyalty badges, get merchandise discounts, get your comments always prioritized, highlighted, and more. Go ahead and become a channel member. Hit that link pinned in the YouTube chat or go down below and hit that join button. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in, man. Thank you all for being here. One last act of business. Be sure to follow our Instagram page at Philly Take with RB. Follow me on Twitter at RB Philly Take, and follow our TikTok as well at Philly Take with RB. All right, man. Special shout out to the members. Let's see those tank emojis. Get it going. All right. We'll kick it off here with our Sixers pregame live. It's pretty funny at this point that our pregame shows have dwindled to the point where we're honestly just talking about nonsense. But ladies and gentlemen, for this pregame show today, I want to just talk about a couple quick things because I find it very fascinating. And I was just listening to some other stuff about the Dallas Mavericks. If you thought the Sixers were down bad and you thought the Sixers were having the worst season possible, well, let me introduce you to the Dallas Mavericks, okay? Let's talk about the Mavericks before we get into all the chaoticness of this basketball game. The fact that this is at Sunday, that this is at 1 p.m. on a Sunday is insane, all right? But ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Mavericks, okay, I'm going to try to put this in simple terms for you to understand. The Dallas Mavericks have 14 games left in the season. By the way, they're the 10 seed in the West. So if the season ended, they would be a play-in team right now. Ladies and gentlemen, they might not have enough players to play games. We might see a situation here. I don't think it will happen, but it realistically could, where the Mavericks have to forfeit games because they don't have enough players. Let me try to break it down for you based on some things I was researching, okay? Right now, as of today, the Dallas Mavericks have 8 available players. That is the league minimum to have on your roster, okay? Their available players are Max Christie, Spencer Dinwiddie, Kessler Edwards, who's on a two-way, Najee Marshall, Caleb Martin, Dwight Powell, Klay Thompson, and Brandon Williams, who's also on a two-way. So right now, the Mavs have 8 available players. The league minimum is 8, but 2 of those players that I just mentioned, Kessler Edwards and Brandon Williams, are on 2-way contracts. And after those guys are up on their 2-ways, they're not going to be able to re-sign them because the Mavericks, based on this CBA and the structure, they are hard capped at the first apron. So I don't know how much money it is off the top of my head, but let's say a 2-way contract, for example, is $100,000. And let's say they only have $50,000 left beneath the hard cap. This is another, consequence of getting hard capped, right? That we don't ever think about because it usually never happens. But the Mavericks will not have enough room to sign any players under that first apron hard cap until there's only 2 games left in the season. So they have 2 guys that are going to run out of eligibility. So the question is, what do they do? How are they going to get players to play if they can't sign anybody? Now, here's probably what's going to happen with the Dallas Mavericks. They're probably going to have like 6 available players, and then they're going to, let's just say Anthony Davis, for example, right? They're going to list him as available to play, but he's not going to play because he's injured. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to like mark 2 guys as available to play that can't play. But that means if anybody else gets injured for the Dallas Mavericks, they might be cooked. They might have to forfeit the rest of the season, which is just absolutely just bonkers. And it just goes back to what I've been telling you all season long, which is that the NBA has a severe injury issue. And right now there's a lot of talk being made about the investigations and the Sixers and the Jazz and the Raptors, teams like that getting looked into, right? Well, the NBA has incentivized trying to get the number 1 overall pick with a draft lottery. So this is why teams have checked out on the season, why you're seeing the Sixers play 8 guys. I mean, last game might have been the craziest lineup I've ever seen in a Sixers game. And they're trying to investigate teams like the Sixers for openly tanking, but like, what else do you want them to do, man? The Sixers need that top 6 pick. So not to bore you all, but I feel like we're entering unprecedented territory here. And I mean, we might, if the Mavs get injured today or one of the next couple games, they might not be able to play any more games. So that's just the one thing I wanted to say. Here is the injury reports for today. This is my favorite part of the pregame show now, when we get to read off a million names. Like, I've never seen injury reports this long. But for the Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving out, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Anthony Davis, Dante Exum, Olivier Max Prosper, Jaden Hardy. And for the Sixers, Paul George, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry, Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre, Lonnie Walker, Andre Drummond, Adem Bona. Bona played good last game. They said, yep, you're out. Now, Quentin Grimes will return to the lineup tonight, so Quentin Grimes will be playing revenge game for Q. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just start it off with this. I'm going to go direct here today. I am very worried about the Sixers winning this game, and I'll tell you right off the rip, I think they're going to win this game. The Dallas Mavericks are still a favorite in this game by 6.5 points, which is very shocking to me because I saw the Mavericks, their last couple games since Kyrie got hurt. They've been getting tossed around like crazy. The Mavericks are literally in the same mindset as the Sixers. They just have 33 wins, and the Sixers have 22. And I honestly think the Sixers are going to win this game, and I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. No, the Sixers are not going to win lose every game the rest of the season, but you got 16 games left. You need to lose as many as possible. Of course, the Brooklyn Nets were this close to beating the Boston Celtics last night. Fully healthy, by the way, which makes me question a lot. But the Nets lost by 2 points last night. They almost beat the Celtics, which would have been so nice to help out the Sixers. But now the Nets are a half game up in the Tankathon leaderboard, so we'll see what happens. The starting lineup for the Sixers tonight, or this afternoon, is going to be Jared Butler, Quentin Grimes, Justin Edwards is back, Ricky Council, and Gershon Yabusele. So that's going to be the starting 5 for the Sixers. I hope they don't win this game, but I feel like they might. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So with that being said, I'm going to go to the chat here, and I'm going to ask you guys to drop your final score predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your final score prediction in the chat. It is March 16th, 2025. The season has not gone any way that we have expected. The season has been tumultuous. The season has been brutal. It has been so hard to watch this team. Last game, they're throwing out guys like Alex Reese and Jalen Hood-Schifino and O'Shea Brissett. But we have a duty here. We're going to stream every game of the season. We're not giving up. And I hope you all will help me make this as entertaining as possible. And we're going to have some fun here on a Sunday afternoon. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend for anybody that celebrates. Hope you all are doing well. Two more things. First off, happy 31st birthday to Joel Embiid. Oh my gosh, 31. He's had a hell of a career so far. He's had a lot of accolades. And I don't think he's done yet. I really hope he's not done yet. But Joel Embiid is 31. Like, I feel old, man. I feel old. Like, what? Joel Embiid's 31? Oh my gosh, man. By the way, the Nets apparently are listing Cam Thomas out for the season with a hamstring. So the Nets are in tank mode as well. But man. Joel, I feel like yesterday, you just got drafted out of Kansas and they said you were going to miss the season. And, fast forward a couple years later, you come out and that opening game against the Thunder, man, it just wild stuff. I hope Joel can get back healthy on the floor, but we'll see what happens. Happy birthday, Joel Embiid, 31 years old. And the other thing is shout out to the channel members. I'm going to always shout out to the members that continue to support me through these times, and appreciate you guys. So I see David in the chat, man called David. What's up, Dave? Ryan P in the chat. Banj, what's up? We got Busy B, Jason, A-Team. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Drop your final score predictions and do me a favor, like the show. Like the show, man. This game is at a very weird time. I guess at the beginning of the season, we thought that this was going to be a prime time, Sunday matinee, like big showdown. But you take the two teams in the NBA that have had the worst collective seasons. I think the Mavs are worse. Who do you think's had a worse season overall? The Mavs or the Sixers? All things included. I think the Mavs have had a worse season. I don't think it's close. What the Mavericks have done to their fans and their franchise a year after going to the NBA Finals is unbelievable. And now they're cooked. Kyrie probably won't even come back till midway next year. Anthony Davis will be 33 next year. And you traded a 5-time All-NBA player, superstar at 25 years old. So I think the Mavs have been worse. Their owner was out here in a conference the other day trying to defend the decision to trade Luka again. It's mind-boggling stuff. We'll talk about it more today. But anyway. That being said, I hate to say it, but I think the Sixers are going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game by a final score of 108 to 104. I'm going to say 108-104. Sixers get a win. Might come down to one of those games at the end where it's like everybody's not trying to score and win, but they do. And I'll tell you this. The reason I think the Sixers are going to win this game is because Quentin Grimes, as great as he has played, he's back today. He's going to want to have a revenge game against the Dallas Mavericks. Quentin Grimes is going to want to drop 40 points tonight, and I think he's going to do it. I don't think Nick Nurse is going to yank him, and I think they're going to let Grimes do his thing. Now, Caleb Martin is playing for the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know how many games he's played for them, maybe like 10. Hasn't done anything special. I mean, actually, that trade for Caleb Martin is one of the reasons why the Mavs are hard capped, which is insane to say, but yeah, that was an absolute fleece by Daryl Morey. That's another thing. If you think about the Mavs season, I mean, they traded away a young player like Grimes, who obviously has potential, just to get Caleb Martin, who was injured when they traded for him. Actually, he's only played in 5 games, and he's averaging 4 points per game. So Yeah, that's an ultimate fleece there by Daryl Morey. Not to give Morey credit because I'm mad at him. I'm mad at everybody. And no, I don't want to be in this situation. For the people that are like, oh, why are you rooting for the tank? I don't want to be in this situation, man. I'm just seeing what is at stake here. And I think the Sixers need to try to get that draft pick. For the Mavs, it'll be Brandon Williams, Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, and Kessler Edwards. For the Sixers, it'll be Jared Butler, Quentin Grimes, Ricky Council, Justin Edwards, and Gershon Yabusele. 108-104 Sixers is my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. Let's go to the chat. Wade says 109-102 Sixers. Jamie says 98-95 Sixers. Sports says 120-90 Sixers. 108-99 Dallas is Ryan. 111-107 Mavs is Busy B. Kevin Miller coming in with 115-85 Mavs. Ryan Rose says 111-102 Sixers. What else? Pete, what's going on, man? Judica, what's up? Larry B, what's up, bro? Judica says 195. You guys love not giving teams on your predictions. Can't leave it up in the air like that. Jason, what's going on, man? Edward from Sweden, finally a game that's not at 1 in the morning for me. BLSG says 111-104 Mavs. Sixers take one on the chin, says Pete. 107-105 win. So that's where we're at, man. I think Grimes is going for 42. And I think Caleb Martin's going for like 12 points. So, all right, man. I need a favor from you guys. Welcome in. We'll talk about it all. We'll try to muscle through this game. I honestly need everybody in here to hit the like button. Just take 1 second. Go down below. Hit the thumbs up. It's going to help us push this stream out to more of our subscribers. And this game's at a very weird time, so I need you guys to help me out. All right? But I also need you to help me out by dropping something in the chat right now. I need y'all to drop something in the chat right now. Wade says Caleb Martin's out. He's not playing today? I thought he was available. He's out today? My bad. So apparently Caleb Martin, I guess, was scratched because he played last game. I thought he was good to go. Guess he got hurt again. So no Caleb Martin revenge game. So my fault. My bad on that. Hold on. I just had the injury report up. I don't know, man. There's too many injuries to keep in mind. Where did I just see that at? Yeah, Caleb Martin was not on the injury report, but okay. So Caleb Martin is out as well. All right, man. Well, Quentin Grimes is still going for a revenge game. Quentin Grimes is still going for a revenge game. Let's see. No wonder this game was taken off ABC, man. This is insane. Oh, okay. Caleb Martin, questionable. He was questionable, so now he's ruled out. Okay. All right, guys. Here's what I need y'all to drop in the chat right now. Drop that. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have to bounce back. We have to bounce back. The Sixers have the 6th best odds because the Nets just lost to the Celtics last night. They almost beat them. But we are in a full-out tank war. Ladies and gentlemen, spin that wheel in the chat. Drop the beat, man. Drop the beat. We got to wake up the neighbors today, man. They thought they were sleeping in from yesterday. Let's go. Let's go, man. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get it rocking and rolling, man. Spin that wheel. Our current record on Spin the Wheel right now is 3-7, so we are down bad, but we gotta make up some ground here. We gotta make up some ground. All right, man, let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Hold on. Play the horn, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. We got 100 people in here. We should have 100 likes. I need everybody in here. Even if you're a shadow watcher, if you're out on the road, I don't care. Take your eyes off for a second. Hit the damn like button. Get us to 100 likes. Spin that wheel. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, your boy just spun the wheel. We got the #1 overall pick, man. We got the #1 overall pick. Fires in the chat. One's in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Cooper Flag, you are ours. Now, I will say, man, I'm a little nervous because the last couple of games we've lost spin the wheel, but then we lose the regular game. Now we won in spin the wheel. Does that mean we're going to win today? And I feel like we're going to win today. Maybe I am just a freaking philosopher. Maybe I am also a freaking mind reader. Maybe I can predict the future and maybe the Sixers are going to win today. I don't know. Maybe they're not. I don't care. We got #1 on spin the wheel. Let's go. Let's go. Your boy RB is out here. We're ready to rock in Dallas. 6-game road trip. Starting it off in Dallas. We are now 4-7 on spin the wheel. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Guys, we are absolutely insane, man. We are absolutely insane. Wow. Okay, man. Okay. 111 people in the chat right now. Welcome in Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. Check out National. Guys, tap in. Hit the like button on the chat right now. Hit the thumbs up. We have the tanking Sixers against the depleted Mavs. If you guys weren't in here a couple minutes ago, I was just saying how the Dallas Mavericks only have 8 available players. 2 of them are getting ready to run up on their 10-day contracts, or their two-ways. So they're not going to have enough players to play. They might have to forfeit games. Who knows? Both of these teams are down bad. But it's a Quentin Grimes revenge game today. The Mavs traded him. Ladies and gentlemen, how many points for Q Dot today? Predict it in the chat right now. How many points for Quentin Grimes? I'm going with 42. I'm going with a 42-piece McNugget for Q Dot. Let's see. Shoe Game says, hot take, O'Shea Brissett with a 45-point game incoming. Shout out to O'Shea Brissett. I forget how many points he had the other night, but he was cooking. He had 20-something. Guys, also keep in mind, we're going to keep dropping videos. Once the season ends, we're going to do draft content. We're going to do other playoff live streams. So if you guys enjoy the structure of this live stream, tap in for the playoffs. We're going to watch other playoff games. We're going to make videos. We'll do the draft lottery, of course, and then we'll do our free agency and draft coverage as always. So if you who was here last year on free agency on July 1st, I think it was, when we were up until 4 a.m. We were live for 8 hours waiting for Paul George to sign. If you were in that live stream, that was one of the most iconic live streams in Philly Take history. We were live for 8 hours. If you guys were in that live stream, let me know in the chat. That was absolutely insane. I couldn't even think at that point. I don't know how people do 24-hour live streams, because after 8 hours, I was cooked, man. And then as soon as I got off the live stream at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m, he literally signed right after. And I made a breaking news video about it. And then I went to sleep for like 10 hours. That is the type of dedication that I have to breaking this news for you guys. Well, I don't break the news, but I react to the breaking news. But that is the type of dedication that I have for getting the news out to you guys. That was a crazy night, man. That was one of the craziest streams we've ever had. I think that stream had 60,000 views or 70,000. I don't even know. I know we gained like 800 subscribers that night. Speaking of which, we're trying to get to 42,000. I don't know if you guys can see on the bottom right of your screen. We're trying to get it to 42K. So do me a favor and subscribe to the show. But yeah, man, #1 on the Tankathon wheel. #1 on the Tankathon wheel. Hold on, let me go ahead and screenshot this baby, put it on Twitter real quick. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, I need y'all to get this to 100 likes. Everybody in the chat right now, hit that thumbs up button. Support us. Keep us going, man. You guys are the best community in the world. Once again, I'm RB. I do this every single game, man. Cover the Sixers. I cover the Eagles over on A to Z Philly. And, yeah, man, we do a lot of coverage. Bang. All right, man. Let's go to the chat. We got Jamie who says Q-Dot with 41. Throwing says 34 points. Wade says 44. David says 33. Brandon 46. Lexi in the chat. What's up, Lexi? Busy Bee says 36. Pete 39. Ryan Rowe 44. Q-Dot 51. Let's see. What else? Q-Dot for 45. Can't wait for this nightmare season to end. I hear you, man. I hear you. Busy Bee says, I was there as soon as you left, he signed. That was crazy. Crazy times. Two of the craziest streams I ever had was that Paul George free agency stream, and the year before, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning to my phone going crazy, and James Harden was traded to the Clippers from the Sixers, and I hopped on at 3 in the morning to live stream that. So it was wild, man. It was wild. Jeff Doughton might drop 35 RB. Busy Bee says JoJo and his troll tweets. Did he tweet today? Or are you talking about before? Was the first or second day of July? I think it was July 1st into that night, if I'm not mistaken. But I forget. Because the draft is at the end of June. And then free agency is right after. So it's like a 5-day period of just insane coverage. It's our biggest off-season stuff. But like I said, we keep the coverage going all off-season. And then we usually the end of July. Well, actually, last year, I would say the middle of July was actually pretty good. I don't know if you guys followed me or not, but I went to NBA Summer League with Sean Bernard. So we were making content there. We had an interview with Jared McCain. Met a lot of people. Did a lot of cool coverage from NBA Summer League. I might be going out there again this year. Maybe not. Not sure yet. But yeah, July was like NBA Summer League, and then August is usually the dead period for the NBA. And then September rolls around and we're back in training camp, and then we're rolling right into the season. So yeah, June and July is like draft, free agency, summer league. Usually May is like building up to the draft, but again, hopefully we'll have a draft pick this year. If not, who knows? But like I said, we're going to live stream some other playoff content and just talk about the NBA, especially until we know what the Sixers are going to do. Pete says, smash the like button for RB. It's free, and RB's the GOAT of Sixers coverage. Pete, you're the man. Thank you. Thank you. Martin says, RB, which playoff series hurt more, the Hawks or Celtics? Celtics for me. I don't know, man. They both sucked. They both took life out of me. I think the Hawks hurt more because I really felt like the Sixers were going to go to the finals that year. But I think the Celtics was like the final draw for me. Like they were right there. They had it done. And it was just frustrating, man. Adrian says they might tank and the NBA will make them try. Yeah, they're investigating right now. Alchemist says, shout out to you for keeping this going. I'm not even an all-out Sixers fan, but this tank has been horrible to watch. Thank you, man. RB, my school's women's D2 basketball team is heading to the D2 Sweet 16. I haven't been paying attention. What have I missed? Well, you're going to have to go back and watch the other videos and stuff, man. I can't. If I had to tell you that, I would be talking here for the next hour and a half. Also, it is Selection Sunday. I'm going to be filling out my March Madness bracket this week. Little bit of a cool story before we jump into this game. There is a player that is likely to be drafted in the NBA that I actually grew up with and played basketball a little bit with. You know, he wasn't like a direct friend of mine, but he was friends with some of my friends. He was in the tournament last year, and he is probably going to be back in the tournament this year, and he's projected to be a second-round pick. And And I've played with him before, so I'm really happy for him and interested to see how he does in the tournament as long as his team makes it. And yeah, I hope he gets drafted. If he gets drafted to the Sixers, that would be insane. I mean, that would be like a full circle moment type of thing, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Let's see. When PG was signed, he tweeted out, "Here we go, and I want to troll so bad, but no sports are on." Yeah, exactly. Busy Bee says, "Loved your summer league content." Thank you. Appreciate that. Riaz, what's going on, man? What's up, Riaz? Adrian says, "Cooper Flag getting hurt means he's already a Sixer." Maybe. I'm afraid Grimes is going nuts for his Dallas. I agree. Grimes is dropping 42 with a win tonight. Unfortunately. Duke better win it all. We'll see with Cooper Flag. We'll see. Prince Monito, what's up, bro? Welcome in, man. Once again, starting lineups: Jared Butler, Quentin Grimes, Ricky Council, Justin Edwards, Gershon Yabusele, and for the Mavs, Brandon Williams, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, and Kessler Edwards. So no centers in the starting lineups. Guys, 155 people in here, 69 likes. Can we get it to 100? The Sixers currently have 43 different starting lineups now in their 67 games. That is nuts. 43 different lineups in 67 games. Guys, get this to 100 likes. Please hit the thumbs up button. Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every game. Let's keep it going. We'll get the other scoreboard up here in just a second. The tap is going to go out of bounds to begin the game. Sixers are rocking their white unis. The Mavs are rocking their navy blue unis. Here's PJ Washington down low to begin, going up against Grimes, barrels right into him, and he's fouled. We'll go ahead and pull up this scoreboard. We should have 100 likes by now, man. Hit that thumbs up. Support the channel. Don't be a shadow watcher. Don't be a casual. Like the show, man.
Let's go.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and get this other scoreboard up here, and then we'll get this going. Once again, a depleted roster for both teams today. Mavericks going to knock down both free throws. Edwards going to find Gershon. Here's Quentin Grimes over to Edwards. Finds Council. Council, the pump fake. Dribbles. One bouncer. Here's Grimes, the former Dallas Maverick. He's going to drive into the basket, go up, and lay it through. Easy bucket. Good stuff by Grimes. Good to see his growth here in Philly. Washington, the pump fake. Here's Edwards. Edwards behind the back. He's going to drive. Here's the corner. A three ball from Marshall. Can't get it to go. Nice offseason pickup from the Pelicans. I mean, the Mavs were in the finals last year. You thought maybe adding a wing like Najee Marshall could help. But the rest of their team has been terrible. Justin Edwards, a pull-up. Got it from the mid-range. We have a $5 super chat from Alchemist Stars. Is back on later. Just a little love so you know the community. Appreciate your sacrifice. I mean, coverage out here on these tanking streets. Yo, thank you so much, man. Not even just for the super chat, but for the kind words. Washington fouled by Edwards en route to the basket. Just those kinds of words really helps me out and keeps me going, man. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for continuing to tune in with us through these terrible times. I know it's not optimal at all, you know, but we're here and we're figuring it out. All righty. Got the scoreboard up. We are good to go. Thank you guys for being here all season long, man. We've elevated the show this season with our pregame and postgame coverage as well. We're going to take it to new heights as we move forward. So the free throws are good for the Dallas Mavericks. Sixers with the rock. Here is Grimes. He's going to find Gershon Yabusele. Here's Edwards. Edwards thinking. Looks like he's wearing maybe some high tops. I can't even see. Here's Edwards going to find Council. Ooh, nice spin. Ricky to the corner. Gershon for three. Can't get it to fall. Hey, at least Yabusele's kind of tanking his contract value. Not that I want that for him, but in terms of staying with the Sixers, I would love that. As Dallas hits another three on the other end. That's P.J. Washington. He's got an early, what, 7? Oh, wait, did they say his foot was on the line? Guess his foot was on the line, so it's a deep 2. Ricky turnaround fade. Got it off the bounce. Ricky Council with a nice move. We're knotted at 6. Busy Bee says we need the Q dot emoji. I agree. See, the problem is we've lost a lot of channel members, so we lose the access to more emojis. But Klay Thompson for 3, that's off the mark. But hey, if we can swap out one of our current emojis, we can probably put Quentin Grimes back in there. Yabusele fouled down in the block. It's going to be the first one on the Mavs. We got 165 people. Still don't have 100 likes, man. All right, you guys got to work for it a little bit, man. You guys got to work for it a little bit. I'm trying to hit the air horn. I'm trying to hit the yes, sir, man. You guys got to hit that thumbs up. Here's Quentin Grimes. He's going to pull up mid-range. Got it off the bounce. A beautiful sequence by Quentin Grimes, and the Sixers lead it by 2. Here's Klay Thompson down in the high block. Thompson turning against Council. Plucked away. Nice defense by Ricky. Butler. Butler up top. Here's Yabusele for 3. Got it. Cha-ching. Yabu. Jared Butler rocking some bright kicks out there, man. Here's P.J. Washington. Steps into another one. This time it is short. Man, think about Klay Thompson's career trajectory. I've always liked Klay Thompson, but man, is he cooked. Still having a decent season, don't get me wrong, but Justin Edwards for 3, that one's off. They're playing him as more of a 3 now because he's slow and he's not athletic, and his drop-off at the end of his Golden State tenure was wild. Here's a 3 ball from Williams, Brandon Williams. That one's off the mark. Here come the 76ers. Q-Dot going to pull up a 3. That one is short. Klay probably went to the Mavs after their season last year. He's like, yeah, we're going to go back to the finals. And now they might not even get, be able to play the rest of their season. As Klay goes right in for an easy layup. It's at 11-8. These Mavericks fans, I can't even begin to imagine what they're thinking. If we have any Mavs fans in the chat, let me know how you feel. Yabusele off the roll. Got it wide open with a slamma-jamma. Gershon Yabusele. See, the Sixers are playing too good right now. See how locked in they are? See how engaged they are right now? Here's Najee Marshall. Ooh, he hesitated. It looked like he walked, but I don't know how they didn't call that. Here's Quentin Grimes up at the wing. Grimes going to cross over. One bounce to Yabu. Yabu going to pull it up off the dribble. Can't get it to go. P.J. Washington storming down the lane, and he blew by Justin Edwards. No chance of that. P.J. Washington with another big bucket. Here are the Sixers, and Grimes gets his pocket plucked. Here come the Mavs, 3-on-1, and it's going to be P.J. Washington again. Assisted by Brandon Williams, and the Mavs going a quick 6-0 run. It's 14-13 Dallas Mavericks. 172 people in the chat, 84 on the likes. Guys are still slacking in the comments, but hope everybody is doing well. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the moderators. Thank you all for being here. How's everybody feeling on this magnificent Sunday afternoon? How you guys feeling today, man? Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Riaz says, don't want to see Maxey back on this road trip. Yeah, that was a crazy answer, Riaz. But you know what I think it was? I think it was kind of damage control. I think that with the Sixers investigating the NBA, or the NBA, I mean investigating the Sixers. Sorry, I can't talk right now. But I'm thinking with the NBA investigating the Sixers, they're like, yeah, you know, we'll get Maxey out there at some point. You know, we'll get him back in his rhythm. But I'll tell you this, Riaz, if the Sixers are to put Tyrese Maxey back on the floor this season, they are the worst franchise ever. If they put Tyrese Maxey back on the floor, because now they're starting to cook. Now they're starting to cook. They got this tanking thing figured out. So you don't want to mess that up. You don't want to mess that up. Wade says, RB, that 3 you said from Washington was actually a long 2. You're right. Sorry. Apparently, PJ Washington has a big-ass toe because he stepped on the line 2 times. So he had 2 deep 2s, I guess. Adrian says, I'm watching the game on my TV and watching this on my tablet. Let's go, Adrian. That's how you do it. You got to sync it up. Sync it up. Riaz says, if we get Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey, the tank was definitely more than worth it. Yeah, the thing is, like, even if they don't get one of them, I mean, there's no other option right now, right? If you don't, like, you have to try. Even if you don't get it, I mean, at least you gave yourself an opportunity to try because you're not making the playoffs right now. That's a fact. Not doing any of that, for sure. 222 people in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm RB. Welcome into the show. Do me a favor. Like this stream, guys. We're about to be at 100. Who's going to be number 100? Busy B says, feeling good after a last night Duke win. I'm interested to see the seedings today with Selection Sunday. Secret Underdog says, my guy RB. What's up, Secret? Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here, man. Hope everything is going well, bruh. Selection Sunday, man. RP Greg Gumbel. Gonna miss hearing his voice. Feel like he's been a staple of Selection Sunday for as long as I can remember. Passed away this past year. There's a 3-ball. Was that Jalen Hood-Schifino? That was. What a shot by Jalen Hood-Schifino. Wow. That was a nice shot. His first entrance here. And we have O'Shea Brissett, signed by the Sixers on Friday. Had a really good game against his former team in the Pacers. He is guarding PJ Washington. Oh, nice drop step. Goes right in and beats him to the cup. Washington's got 12 here in the first quarter. We're only halfway through. What's PJ Washington's career high? I don't know. Probably like 40 today. Probably today. His career high is probably like 30. I don't know. Jared Butler going to drive, go up with the left hand, missed everything. Brissett the rebound and cleans up the glass. 18-16. Sixers lead it. All my channel members, do me a favor, drop that tank emoji in the chat. Brandon Williams fouled en route to the basket. Riaz says, can you do a show sometime at the end of the season about the Sixers salary cap, who they could potentially sign, or if we have a mid-level? Yep, I got you, man. I'm going to break all that down at the end of the season, for sure. For sure. All right, man, we need one more like. Who's going to be it? Who's going to do it? Welcome into the show. Thank you all for being here, man. Happy Sunday. Sixers and Mavs. We're having some fun. Who's going to be number 100, man? We got to wake up my neighbors. They had a late night last night. Brandon Williams going to knock down the free throw. Mavs lead it by 1, 19-18, 5:27 to go here in the first quarter. Jalen Hood-Schifino up at the top. He's going to find Q-Dot back to Hood-Schifino. He tried to no-look pass it. Brissett came and got it. 6 on the shot clock. Jalen Hood-Schifino is stuck. He can't move. He can't move. He turns around, throws up a heave. Closer than I thought it would be, but still off. Max Christie down the lane, lays it up in it. Dang, man. Jeez. Jalen Hood-Schifino going to drive, come around the screen. Hood-Schifino back to Grimes. Here's Brissett. Brissett wide open at 3. Cha-ching! O'Shea Brissett is cooking, bro. This guy's cooking. Brandon Williams going to put up a mid-range. That one's off the mark. It's almost allergy season, boys and girls. Yabusele down in the low block. He's going to turn with the left hand, hooks it up, missed the shot. How'd he miss that? How did he miss that? Here come the Mavericks. PJ Washington skips through the lane, goes right up and in off the back rim. 4:06 to go here in the first. Grimes kicks it out. Jeff Doughton Jr. coming off the bench tonight. He was playing too good. He had to be benched. Grimes for 3. Cha-ching!
He's on fire!
Quentin Grimes letting his old team have a little taste of the medicine. 7 early for Grimes. Here are the Mets. Max Christie throws it away. Yabu fighting for the rock. Going one-on-one against Powell, and he lays it up and he's fouled. Dwight Powell fouled backtracking. By the way, Dwight Powell has stitches in his head. He has stitches and he still has to play because the Mavs only have 8 players available, which is the league minimum. 2 of their players will expire soon on 2-way contracts. So the Mavs might have to forfeit some games if they can't get guys to play, but Dwight Powell's got to play with stitches in his head. That's insane. Yo, we got 100 likes. Drop those yes sirs in the chat. Yabu knocks down the first. Let's go! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo! Psychotic behavior today, man. By the way, the Sixers just brought in their newest player. He's back on a 10-day. Chuma Okeke. Chuma. Ladies and gentlemen, drop a Chuma Okeke in the chat. He's back. He is back for his revenge. Look at the Sixers lineup right now. Alex Reese is in the game, the former bartender. No, I'm not joking. Marshall misses the floater. It's Jalen Hood-Schifino, Jeff Doughton, Alex Reese, Chuma Okeke, and Gershon Yabusele. That is the lineup right now for the Sixers. I can't believe my eyes. Am I in a dream? I'm telling you, I still feel like I'm going to wake up one day and it's going to be the start of the season. Hood-Schifino for 3. Oh! Oh! Jalen Hood-Schifino!
He's on fire!
Woo! Heat check. Heat check. Oh, let's get into it now. I'm having some fun. Dwight Powell turns, throws it down against Yabusele. It is a battle of the tanks. Woo! We are cooking right now. We got bartenders and electricians and waiters and, I don't know, accountants. Here's Jalen Hood-Schifino. Oh, he wants it again. He wants again. He's going to drive. Now he gets double team. Hood-Schifino out to Yabusele. Poked away. Going the other way. Actually, no, it's going to stay with the Sixers. Timeout on the floor. 214 in the chat. Get this to 200 likes. Oh, let's go. Woo! Welcome in, man. I'm having too much fun. Having too much fun right now. Let's go, man. Welcome in. Sixers Game Day Live. We got Sixers trivia coming up in a few minutes. By the way, we have our new trivia leaderboard. We announced it last game, but we have a tally on who currently leads the Sixers trivia. So we're going to see who can get a prize at the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, if you told me at the beginning of the season that on March 16th, I would see a lineup on the floor of Alex Reese, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Chuma Okeke, Jeff Doughton, and Gershon Yabusele, I would have bet my whole life savings on it that would never happen. They look pretty cohesive too. It's wild. It is crazy for guys that have never played basketball with each other. It is pretty wild. OMG, please talk about the Paul Reed comment. Man, why'd you have to bring that up, man? I was trying to avoid that here. I was trying to avoid that today, man. Did you guys see Paul Reed's comment? Shout out to my guy B-Ball Paul, man. Shout out to B-Ball Paul. Did you guys see Paul Reed's comment? Shout out to my guy B-Ball Paul, man. Here's a 3-ball from Philly. That one is off the mark. Max Christie coming down the floor. Max Christie coming around the screen. Christie going to find Klay Thompson. Thompson going to drive, dumps it, and stolen away by the Sixers. Here comes O'Shea Brissett. Alex Reese. O'Shea Brissett. 4-3. It's short. Picked up by the Mavs. Najee Marshall with the rock. Mavs can't even make that many substitutions. They got to hope that nobody else gets injured anyway. Here's Spencer Dinwiddie. 2 minutes to go in the first. Dinwiddie going to chuck up a deep three. That one is off the mark. Picked up by Chuma Okeke. Here's Jeff Doughton. Doughton pulls up a mid-range. That one clanks off. No can do. Sixers lead by 4. Yeah, Paul Reed was getting cooked in the comments. No lie. Dinwiddie going to pull up a 3. That one's off the mark. Picked up by the 76ers. It was actually Marshall that shot that. My bad. Not Dinwiddie. Doughton drives the lane, and it's put back by Chuma Okeke. Kiki. Here is Spencer Dinwiddie up top. He's guarded by Jeff Doughton. The Sixers are in a zone. They're showing zone. They're outsmarting the Mavericks. Oh, a revelation here by the Sixers. They're going to a zone. Here's Max Christie. Powell, a cutting Klay, goes up in with the left hand. Nice cut to the rim by Klay Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, like the stream, man. Get us to 200. Here's Jeff Doughton. Doughton going to drive through traffic, and he puts it in. The Sixers are cooking, man. 33 points. 33 points. Why is the scoreboard being weird like that? Here is Max Christie, kicks it out. Up top to Marshall. He missed the 3, gets it back. Marshall has it. One bouncer. Klay puts it up, and it's money. There we go. 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Hood Schifino chucks up a 3. Got it again. Jalen Hood Schifino with 9 off the bench here in quarter number 1. Najee Marshall from deep. Got it at the buzzer. Wow, a buzzer beater for Najee Marshall. What a game this is. They have turned it into a thriller here in quarter number 1. Well, at least we have a good game so far, man. But okay, it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen. End of the first quarter. Welcome into Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. It is time for our Sixers trivia question. Our Sixers Scholar Trivia presented by National University. If you get it right in the chat, you're going to hear this sound. First person to get it right wins today's trivia. Puts their name on the leaderboard. It's not about who gets it right first. It's about who gets it right, comments it right in the chat first correctly. So I'm going to let you guys know what the question is, but before I do that, I got to let you know about National University. Ladies and gentlemen, National University is a nonprofit accredited university offering flexible online schooling. If you're someone trying to balance work, life, and school, NU is perfect because they offer 4 and 8 week online classes that allow you to start sooner and finish faster. They offer 150-degree programs, credentials, and certificates, and they understand that when returning to higher ed, you're not just a student, but a parent, caretaker, employee, and more all at the same time. NU gives you the support to balance your life, and National University is a veteran-founded university that awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last year. That's more than a Paul George contract. So if you're interested in checking out their flexible curriculum and program offerings, click the link down in the description or the live chat right now. Get more info today. National University, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer. All right, man, let's see who our Sixers scholar of the afternoon is going to be. Today's question is, what year did the Sixers have their highest offensive rating in franchise history? What year did the Sixers have their highest offensive rating in franchise history? Don't look it up either. Don't look it up either. Give me a guess. Give me a guess. What year did the Sixers have their highest offensive rating in franchise history? Think about the NBA. Think about how things have changed over time, right? More of an offensive game nowadays. What year did the Sixers have their highest offensive rating in franchise history? By the way, Philly Sports Dylan is leading everybody with 6 trivia wins this season. Busy B is at 4, and Ego is at 5. And Lou World is also at 5. But I think Lou World and Ego have checked out for the season. So I know Dylan and Busy B roll around these streets nowadays. They are leading. All right, I'll read some of the answers out in a second, and we'll see who our Sixers scholar is. But we start the second quarter. Jalen Hood-Schifino had 9 off the bench in quarter number 1.
Let's go.
Hood-Schifino floats it up. That one's off the back rim, and it's missed. Here come the Mavericks. Najee Marshall down the lane, goes up, got it off the window. Wow. Wow. This is a crazy game so far, man. This is a crazy game. There goes Jeff Doughton, and one. And one. Shout out to Jeff. All right, man. The correct answer is the year the Sixers had their highest offensive rating in franchise history is 2022. 2022 season, an offensive rating of 117.7. That was the year the Sixers went to the playoffs. They beat the Raptors, and then B gets elbowed in the face, loses in the second round after missing the first 2 games against Miami. Tobias Harris over me. Yeah, that year. James Harden, Joel Embiid. Let me go ahead and see who got it right first in the chat. This game is on fire right now. These guys are going crazy. And Doughton stepped out of bounds. All right, let's see. It looks like Jerry was close. He said 2023. Let's see. Did anybody get it? Tim Starr already guessed. He got it right, but he already guessed a different answer first. I don't think anybody got it. Tim got it, but he guessed another answer first. You can only guess one time. We had less answers than usual. We got a lot of shadow watchers in here, man. A lot of shadow watchers in here. Jerry was close, but yeah, nobody got it. All right, man. Well, guess we'll have to bounce back next game, man. But thank you all for playing Sixers Trivia. Here's a 3-ball from Chuma Okiki. All right, I think we're going to do a follow-up question. We're going to do a follow-up question because nobody got it right. We're going to do a follow-up question unrelated to the Sixers, and we're going to see who gets it right first. All right? We're going to do it at the next stoppage. Sixers are now losing this game. By the way, shout out to Brian Pumper. Here's Ricky Council from deep. Can't get that to go. It rolls up and off the rim. A lot of pace in this game. A lot of intensity so far. There's Marshall down the lane and he's fouled. Mavs on a 7-0 run. Brian Pumper, $5 super chat. He says, Philly tank with RB stream. What's up, Brian? Thanks for being here, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do a follow-up question. You guys ready? The question is, trying to think of a good question. Looks like somebody's challenging, so we got some time. All right, let's see. The question is, and if you were in here earlier, you might have an advantage. That's why you got to show up to all the streams. The question is, how many starting lineup combinations have the 76ers had this season? How many starting lineup combinations have the 76ers had this season? Drop it in the chat right now. That's our follow-up question, since nobody got our original question right. If you guys have been in here all stream, I'm sure you'll probably get it, but see who gets it first. Give you guys like 15, 20 seconds. All right, man, let's see who got it correct first in the chat. Let me scroll up here. A couple people got it right away, but the first person to get it on my side of things is Kyle Lehman. He got it right off the bat. Kyle, congrats. The answer is 43. 43 different starting lineup combinations out of 67 games this season. 43 different lineup combinations. And I know some of you guys get pushed back. You got to make sure you tap your screen. Make sure you're live at all times. But Kyle, congratulations, man. Give it up for Kyle in the chat, our Sixer Scholar of the evening, man. Once again, shout out to National University. Thank you guys for playing Sixers trivia. Let's see, did Kyle get any this season? Yeah, Kyle had a trivia win. So this is number 2 for Kyle. Congrats, man. Congrats. We got a tight race coming down the end of the season here. Guys, if you have not yet, please hit the like button. We got 131 likes in the chat, 220 people in here rocking with us on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday matinee edition. All right, man, if you guys have been tapped in with us all season long, drop OG in the comments. Let me shout out some of our OG diehard viewers. If you are new to the channel, drop new. And if you tune in once in a while, maybe sometimes when you feel like it, but not a regular viewer, drop casual in the chat. Here's Justin Edwards, pops up for 3. That one is short. I didn't even see what happened with the challenge, if I'm being honest. So I'm sorry about that. Here is Brandon Williams down the floor, goes in through traffic and kisses it right in off the window. Mavs are playing good basketball. Can't even lie. 9:20 to go here in the second quarter. Mavs up by 6. They were a 6.5-point favorite in this game, and Jeff Doughton fouled en route to the basket. Doughton to the line for a pair. Jason 18 says, I knew it was in the 40s. Let's see. We got Clint in the chat, channel member OG. What's up, Clint? Busy B, OG, what's up? What's up? Rollins a casual in the chat. Prince is a certified casual in the chat. Dang, we only got 2 OGs in the comments. What's up, man? What's up, man? So the Dallas Mavericks have 8 available players in this game. They cannot afford any more injuries, so we'll see what happens. And the free throw is going to be good for Jeff. Jamie OG in the chat. BL OG. Eagles OG. Tim OG. Shout out to my guy Tim, channel member. Kevin, channel member OG. Wade casual in the chat. Riaz OG. Let's go, man. Spencer Dinwiddie at the top. He's guarded by Chuma Okeke. Dinwiddie working against Okeke. He's going to drive in. Dinwiddie bumps him off, pulls it up, got the bounce. 6-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. 8:50 to go here in the second quarter. Ricky Council at the top. He's going to hand it off. Justin Edwards. A lot of movement here beyond the perimeter. Chuma Okeke chucks up a 3. That one does not go. Picked up by Dallas, and here comes Max Christie. Been a really good player for the Mavs so far. Christie, one bounce inside. Here's Kessler Edwards. He turns. Heaves it out to the corner. Brandon Williams against Doughton. He drives, draws the foul, puts it up. Can't get it to fall, but he's going to the charity stripe for a pair. Get active in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do here. Sixers Game Day Live. We get you involved in the conversation. We read out your comments. We get you guys going, man. We get you guys going. First free throw going to be good. We're about a month away from the NBA playoffs, even though the Sixers are not going to be in the playoffs. Free throw's good for Dallas. 8:20 to go here in the second quarter. This is going to be a high-scoring game. This is going to be a very high-scoring game. Tim says, can't watch sports media anymore. Thankful for y'all. Well, I'm thankful for you, man. And I hear you. I hear you. And we have a travel. We have a travel on Gershon Yabusele. All right, let's play a game in the chat. Do you guys think Gershon Yabusele, Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre, those 3, are they going to be back next year, yes or no? Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre, and Gershon Yabusele, will they be back next year, all 3 of them, yes or no? Which ones will be back? Which ones will not be back? That's my question. We got a foul on Kessler Edwards. Sixers going to inbound. Quentin Grimes in this game has 7 points against his former team. Here is Q Dot. Q Dot working against Dwight Powell. Quentin Grimes going to cross over, dribble, drive, step back. Here is Edwards. Edwards going to pull up, mid-range. Got it. Yo, Justin Edwards is going to be a good player for this team, man. I'm telling you. He was a top 5 high school player coming out before last year. Last year, and then he went to Kentucky. Didn't have that good of a year, but he's a really good player. The fact that he went undrafted is wild. Quentin Grimes misses a 3. Max Christie going to find Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's Dinwiddie. Going to dribble, drive, downhill, goes up, lays it in. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Grimes has dropped somebody. And I think he stepped out of bounds or traveled. I don't know. Grimes looks focused 100% of the time. So if you guys weren't in here earlier, I was telling the chat how today is Selection Sunday for NCAA for March Madness. And there's a player that's going to most likely be in the tournament that I actually used to play basketball with. And it's been crazy to see his rise. And he seems right now he might be a second-round pick in the draft. So it'd be pretty cool to see him get drafted to Philly. I don't know if it'll happen, but hope he can make a run here in the tournament. Who are you guys excited to watch in the tournament? Busy B says, I'm so glad this game was kicked off national TV. Prince says, who do you like to see win the playoffs this season? That's a good question. Probably OKC. Probably OKC. I'd like to see them get one. Especially with how much they've changed the landscape of the NBA. Here's Jared Butler up top, coming around his screen. Butler going to cross over, drive, floats it up, got it off the window. 6-point game. This is a tit-for-tat type of game. Back and forth, back and forth. Here's Dwight Powell, finds Christie wide open, blown coverage, and Max Christie wide open for three. Yabu has been so bad, makes me sad. It makes me happy. That means he's not going to get paid as much, and he can stay in Philly, hopefully. Council, turnaround, fadeaway, bounces off. So I think Grimes is going to stay since he's an RFA. Sixers can match any offer. Oubre, I'm starting to think will not be back. I don't think he's going to accept his player option. I think he's going to decline it, go elsewhere. And Yabu's a maybe. Edwards for three, off the back iron. Dallas gets the rebound. It's 53-44. 5:45 to go here in the second. Three ball, Dinwiddie bounces up and off. Yabu gonna find Grimes. Grimes up the floor. Grimes working against Dinwiddie. Comes around a screen. Finds Jared Butler. Here's Jared Butler with the left. Now the right. Gonna take a screen from Edwards. Kicks it over to Council. Council gonna heave up a three. And that one does not fall. Powell going to find Max Christie into Powell. He drives. What a weird fall that was. Three ball Edwards. No can do. Sixers going to bring it up the floor. Council drives. The lane goes up and he was hit midair. Ricky Council to the line for two. Oubre and Grimes will be back, but Yabu gets money elsewhere, says Riaz. 2 of 3, says Clint. Grimes and Yabu. OKC is set up to be a top team. Yeah, until they have to pay their guys, for sure. It's crazy the Mavs team can make the playoffs. Yeah, they can. They can. And they might. You know why they might, Riaz? Because the Suns actually have the hardest remaining schedule. The Suns' remaining schedule win percentage is 60%. Busy B says, MVP convo is interesting. My vote would be SGA. Who do you have? Yeah, I think I'm going with SGA as well. Jokic has been special again, but voters fatigue. I think SGA has done a really good job. They're the number 1 seed. And I know the Nuggets fans are going to come back and be like, yeah, but the one time the Sixers let Joel Embiid get the MVP, the Nuggets were the 1 seed. Yeah, well, I don't care because Joel Embiid should have won 2 of those MVPs. He was just injured, and they penalized him because he was injured. So, not taking anything away from Jokic, but Thunder have been better this year. We got an and 1. Foul's going to be on Quentin Grimes. 231 people in the chat. We're halfway to 200 likes. Get us to 200 likes. Get us to the big 200, man. Hit that thumbs up. Welcome into the show. Riaz, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Free throws miss. He says, RB, Oubre or Yabu if you have to bring back one. There's Dallas. Marshall bounces it in. Washington wide open for the dunk. Fans are just golf clapping out here. The fans are pissed off at this team. I don't even know why they're still going to games, honestly. Surprised they haven't revolted yet. There's Jared Butler behind the back. Nice little shifty move, and he was fouled en route to the basket. So, Riaz, to your question, if I had to bring back one, that's a good question, man. I like Kelly Oubre's like swagger. I like the way he shows up and plays his heart out all the time. But then again, I feel like Yabusele has fulfilled more roles, you know? And Yabu's been like really, really solid. I think he's younger, right? Or maybe they're the same age. I just think Yabusele is not going to cost that much money based on how he's been playing. And I just like his versatility, and I think he's been really sharp when they were at least trying to win. So maybe Yabusele. Maybe Yabusele. But, hey, if he's going to get a lot of money, then nah, I'm bringing back Kelly. I like Kelly Oubre, though. I like his intensity. I think he's a good role player. PJ Washington against Alex Reese, and he turns, spins, and floats one up right past him. Nice bucket. Nice bucket down the other end. Sixers with an easy answer. 59-50 is our score. 3:40 to go here in the second. Christie one bouncer. Here's Washington, drives into the paint, goes up, missed it. And it's rebounded by the Sixers. Jalen Hood-Schifino. Here is Jared Butler. Butler spins around an Alex Reese screen. Butler drives to the rim, finds a cutting Brissett. And it went off the hands of Brandon Williams, so it's going to stay with Philly. Yeah, you guys are crushing it right now, man. Thank you. You guys are picking it up. You guys are crushing it, man. 154 likes right now. Get us to 200, man. Let's go. Let's go. Butler inbounds it. Grimes plucked, and he's fouled. Sean says, I think Grimes is going to get a bag. I doubt he comes back. Sean, the way that Grimes is going to work, Grimes is still in a rookie contract, so he has what's called restricted free agent rights. So whatever a team offers Quentin Grimes this summer, the Sixers can match it and bring him back without even him making a decision. So Grimes will be back. The question is another team going to offer him a lot of money just so the Sixers will pay that? The same thing happened with Paul Reed 2 years ago. Danny Ainge is a psycho, and he knew that the Sixers were going to bring Paul Reed back. So if you remember, he put in like a weird clause that if the Sixers make it past the first round of the playoffs, Paul Reed's contract becomes guaranteed for the final 2 years. Now, lucky enough, the Sixers got bounced in the first round last year, and the deal was non-guaranteed. So it actually worked out for the Sixers. We didn't think it would because they were making the second round every year, but that's kind of how the restricted free agent rights work. So yeah, like whatever the deal is, the Sixers would have to match it word for word. Quentin Grimes dribbles, drives downhill, floats it up, and got it to fall. I think it's a pretty crazy rule, to be honest. Like a guy, even if he gets offered money elsewhere, can't go there if his own team matches his contract. It's kind of restrictive, but I think the reason they do it early on is to just, I guess, boost some like stability for the player and the team. But it's definitely a weird rule for sure. Mavs just stole it back after a miss and a rebound by the Sixers, and Clay's going to cash one in. It's 63-52. Hey, maybe the Sixers might lose this game after all. Maybe they might lose this game after all. Alex Reese for three. Cha-ching. Holy smokes, this is a wild game. Dude, this game is insane. This game is nuts. Sixers steal it away again. O'Shea Brissett down to Hood-Schifino, and he overshot him. 2:12 to go here in the first half. This is wild. This has been way more entertaining than I thought. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to drop some blue and red in the chat. Sixer Nation, drop that blue and red in the chat. Let me know you're in here, man. Let me know you're in here, man. Let's go, man. Sixer Nation, drop that blue and red in the chat. 220 in the house strong. Thank you all for being here. Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every single game all year long. Pre-game, live game, and post-game. Once again, for the people, just checking in, I genuinely want to thank you guys for being a part of this still and just having fun with me as we wind down the season. Obviously, it's been a terrible one, and it'll be the first time on YouTube here that we're not covering playoffs for the Sixers at least, but hey, man, we're going to bounce back and get stronger and keep it moving forward. So hopefully things get better. And nonetheless, we're going to keep dropping that coverage for you. But you can check out my Eagles coverage as well over on A to Z Sports Philly. Mods, drop the link in the chat, A to Z Sports Philly. Check me out on Bleacher Report and check me out on social media as well. All the links are down in the description. Can you guys believe Joel Embiid is 31 years old? That is insane, man. That's wild. New York Knicks lost to the Warriors last night. Are the Warriors, are they now 15-1 with Jimmy Butler? Are they 15-1 or are they 15-2? Hold on. All I know is that as I told you guys back in the summer, yeah, they're 14-1 with Jimmy Butler. Dude, the Sixers, all the Sixers have to do is listen to RB, man. All you have to do is tune into the channel, man. I told you guys, Jimmy Butler was always the move. And the Warriors wanted Paul George at the trade deadline. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that the Sixers would have won a championship by now if they had kept Jimmy Butler? Yes or no? Honest opinion. Prince dropping the blue and red. David dropping the blue and red. AG, what's up? Busy B, Beach, Banj. Dave, what's up, man? 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Washington plucked by Quentin Grimes. Here come the Sixers running up the floor. Grimes all the way. And he left it short. He short-armed it. Come on, man. Marshall fouled down the other end. I think the Sixers make the conference finals probably 2 times at least with Jimmy Butler. I think they make the finals once and probably win it. That's my thought, man. Jason Kidd sitting on the bench. Yo, that's crazy. Jason Kidd got blindsided by Nico Harrison. He really got blindsided, man. Jared Butler going to kick it out. Alex Reese for 3. Yo, this guy is cash money. Cha-ching. Najee Marshall going to find Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's Marshall coming around his screen. Mid-range, puts it up. No defense by the Sixers. They said, yeah, we're going to be cooking on offense tonight. We're going to move the ball well, but defense? Yeah, we're not playing defense. What are you, crazy? Jalen Hood-Schifino puts up a 3. Yo, he got it again. Jalen Hood-Schifino. Sixers steal it away just as I say it. Here comes Jared Butler. Butler, Brissett, drives, lays it, missed it, off the railing. Yeah, I got to say, though, man, these Sixers have given more effort than maybe any team I've seen all year. Even on Friday night, they gave a lot of effort. Thompson a 3. This is all I ask for, man. If you're going to make us sit through this tank, at least make it entertaining. Give us some effort. As Najee Marshall scoops in another bucket, 68-61. Yo, give it to Jalen Hood-Schifino. This guy's cooking right now. Former first-round pick out of UCLA. Give him the ball, man. Nick Nurse is telling him to go to the ball. Butler going to drive to the corner. Reese, Grimes spots up a three, and he nails it. 68-64. What a game, man. What a game. We got some good hoops coming up here in the second half. Dinwiddie, 5 seconds on the clock. Marshall going to drive. Ooh, the up and under. Couldn't get it to spin, but that was a nice attempt. Brissett half court. He just missed it. And that'll take us to halftime as we welcome you into Sixers Halftime Live. The Dallas Mavericks lead it 68-64. But yo, it has been a wildly entertaining game. Wildly entertaining game. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor right now in the chat. I need y'all to drop one word. One word in the chat right now to describe this basketball game. Welcome in. Mavs lead it 68-64. The Mavs are still in a play-in spot right now, but they also only have 8 players available on their roster, and they're trying not to get hurt so they don't forfeit any games. Meanwhile, the Sixers are actually getting good effort. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I'm here telling you the Sixers are actually playing with heart and effort and intensity. And the craziest part about it is this Sixers team has never played together before. You got dudes that are 20 years old trying to prove themselves, and they're actually playing their tail off. That's why they say, man, you know, like sometimes the people that have the most to play for, when your back's against the wall, sometimes that's when you get your best level of effort, man. That's, you know, when you get your best version. The effort that I'm seeing on this floor tonight, the effort that I'm seeing, the ball movement, the cutting, the, you know, just the sharp attention to detail. Not on the defensive side, that's been brutal, but offensively, they've actually been putting together a nice game. And again, I know they're playing a bunch of scrubs, but still, it's not about the result. It's about how they're playing. It's about how they're playing. So, anyway, that's what I got on this game. Quentin Grimes has 12 points and 5 dimes against his former team. No Caleb Martin for the Mavs today, but Yabu with 7. Everybody contributing. And how about Jalen Hood-Schifino? Jalen Hood-Schifino is a former first-round pick a couple years ago from UCLA. He was with the Los Angeles Lakers and never really found his way. Actually, was he not on? Oh no, my bad. He was on Indiana. My fault. He was with Indiana, the Indiana Hoosiers. 17th overall pick by the Lakers. I guess somehow with the LA, I got mixed up into thinking he was with UCLA, but yeah, he was out of Indiana. And Jalen Hood-Schifino, in his rookie year with the LA Lakers, he actually last year he played 21 games. I don't even think he played in his rookie year, but he got up in 21 games in 2023. He only played 5 minutes a game, and it was pretty bad. He only averaged 1.6 points per game. And then this year, he only played 2 games for the Lakers. Then he gets an opportunity to come here to the Sixers. And he's actually playing pretty well, man. I like him. But yeah, his second year in the NBA, his rookie year was last year. And he played 21 games. 21 games for the Lakers in his rookie year, 5 minutes a game. Didn't really get much burn. But keep in mind, the Lakers were also trying to win now, and again, not playing young players. Now he gets an opportunity to come here and play good minutes, you know? So I like it. James in the chat, what's up, man? Drop one word to describe this game, ladies and gentlemen. My word of the game is surprise, because I am surprised with the way that these guys are playing. I'm surprised with the level of effort, intensity, attention to detail. I'm surprised with how hungry they look. And you know, like I said, do I expect them to win this game? I did pick them to win. Maybe they're not going to win, which I'm not mad at. But I also think that what we're seeing here from some of these young guys is pretty promising. So my word of the half is surprise. Clint says big Ewing. Let's see. Hopeful from Ryan. Busy Bee says cohesive. Good word. Jamel, what's going on? Mark from the Philippines. What's up? James says LeBron stunted his growth. Looks like a good player. Even O'Shea Brissett off the bench, he's got 7 points, 2 boards, an assist, and 2 steals. Kind of like O'Shea Brissett, not going to lie. Played some pretty good minutes for the Pacers for a couple years. I like O'Shea Brissett. Well, we got 180-something people in here still. Thank you guys for being here on a Sunday afternoon. Sixers and Mavs in the tankathon. We did spin the tank wheel at the beginning. We got the #1 overall pick, so hopefully that's good signs to come. I'm definitely curious, though, if you guys are in the chat, if you're a shadow watcher, why do you not comment in the chat? Are you just like listening in the background while you're doing other stuff? Are you, I don't know, working? Are you doing whatever? For the shadow watchers only, what makes a shadow watcher? You guys not like commenting? What's the dealio? For all my channel members and my mods in here, thank you guys for sticking with me, man. You guys have been crushing it today. We're at 168 likes, getting there to 200. So be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Second half hoops coming up. Happy St. Patrick's Day this weekend for anybody that celebrates. Hope y'all are doing well. Let's see. David says, doing other things. Ryan says, we'll get you to 200. Stacy says, shadow watchers are what happens when life occurs. Definitely understand, Stacy. Definitely understand. Rich says, I come in to support you. Thank you for being here, man. I mean, look, I get it. A lot of people aren't invested in this team anyway. So we're just chilling. Sixers are shooting 10 for 23 from long range. Sixers are shooting 10 for 23 from long range. Wow. Mavs are 3 for 15. Oh my gosh. What else? 8 for 9 at the free throw line, 12 assists. 8 turnovers, not a bad half. Not too shabby for the 76ers. But we got a big second half upcoming. We'll break it all down. We'll get into it all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and drop some links in here in case you guys want to check all of it out. I'm going to drop the membership link, the website link with the merch. I'm going to drop the Discord link. And I'm going to drop my Eagles channel link so you can go check that out. Let's go ahead and drop our Eagles link in here. Where are we at, man? Where are we at? Let's see. JJ Raid, play-by-play with JJ. Yo, what's up, play-by-play with JJ? What up, my man? What up, my man? Thank you for being here. JJ Raid, thank you guys, man. Scott, what's up? Larry, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Yeah, guys, hit that like button, subscribe. All my viewers as well, go check out play-by-play with JJ. Give him some love, man. Great guy, does great work, and he's also streaming these games. Obviously it's hard to talk about this team and break this stuff down. But hey, shout out to my guy, man. He's on the grind. Let's go. Let's go. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. 19 players not playing, NBA's in trouble. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when teams are injured. Like I talked about on the pregame show, the Dallas Mavericks are so down bad that if another guy gets injured, they might have to forfeit the rest of the season. They have 2 guys that are about to expire on 2-way contracts. The league minimum is 8 on the roster. They currently have 8, and they're about to go down to 6. So they might have to list other guys as available and not play them and only have 5 guys out on the court. That's how down bad the Mavs are. And I've said it all season. NBA has an injury issue. They're going to have to address it sooner or later. They're going to have to stop playing back-to-back games and doing all this crazy stuff because they just can't keep it going. It's crazy, man. All right, guys, we'll be right back in a few moments. Going to get more water so I could drink. All right, man, I'll be back. Yeah. Welcome in, my beautiful people. Thank you all for being here. By the way, 4 subscribers away from 41.9K. Hold on, let's hear it, man. Yes, sir. Woo, let's go, baby. Oh, let's go, man. Hope y'all are doing well, man. We need 4 more little subscribers, man. Hit that sub button, bro. Hit that sub button, bro. What the heck was Mark Cuban thinking? Mark didn't do this, man. Shout out to Mark Cuban. Mark actually tried to step in and stop the Mavs from making that trade. But he no longer runs the team. I'm a big fan of Mark Cuban. I watch a lot of stuff about Mark Cuban and his rise to fame and having a lot of money. And Mark Cuban had a quote one time, and he said, "If I had to choose between ever trading Luka Doncic and divorcing my wife, I would show up at divorce court on Monday." That's what Mark Cuban said. That's how much he loved Luka Doncic. And I mean, again, I can't put it into words how stupid that trade was. But this is what we see a lot of the time with these NBA, not just NBA, but sports organizations. Like, they really believe that they're smarter than everybody else. Like, these guys that make way more money than I do and you do, right? And they don't have to worry about financial struggles. They don't have to, like, you know, ever worry about anything, right? They're living high. They're living good. They sit up in their box suites with a glass of wine and a nice dinner and a personal chef and every other billionaire just chilling with them. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to make some crazy moves because I'm smarter than everybody because I've worked my way here financially and I got 12 businesses and I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to trade Luka Doncic for the heck of it. Even though he just took us to the finals, even though he's 25 and he's a superstar. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but my point is that some of these owners and stuff, like the ones that aren't really in tune with their teams, like a Howie Roseman type, sometimes they just think they're smarter than everybody else and they just want to make headlines. But I mean, damn, dude, it's crazy. Asia Roberson, what's up? Hey, Asia, thanks for being here. Fire Take Goat, she's been a member for over a year. Thank you for being a channel member. Laid Back, what's up, man? Busy B, Prince Monito, let's go. Let's get it. 2 more subs now. You guys are the best, man. Okay. Sixers steal it away again. They scored their first possession. Here is Butler, dumps it, Yabu off the window, and that one is missed. 2-point game, 11-10. In the third quarter, it reads, Washington goes in, fouled by Butler, and one. And one. And one. Trading Luka was so stupid. He picked Luka over his wife. That is crazy. That is crazy, and he would have never traded him. Never. Grimes drives, trailing to the rim, goes up, lays it in. We got a tie ball game, 68 apiece. And another great defensive play on behalf of former Mav Quentin Grimes. Drives it down the floor. Ricky goes up and in, and the Sixers are on a run. Here to begin the second half. They have the lead. Told you, man, I feel like the Sixers are going to win this game. I just do. I have a feeling. Step back 3 from Washington. It's short. Mavs had a Cinderella run in the first half. Edwards steps out of bounds on the rebound. It's Sixers ball again. Oh, boy. Yabusele going to find Jared Butler. Butler at the top. Butler going to swing it over to Quentin Grimes. 2 minutes into this third quarter. Grimes thinking now, comes around. Switched. Here's Yabusele down to the block against Clay. Puts it up and a little bit short on that. Najee Marshall finds P.J. Washington driving to the rim against Council, uses his body and switches hands, goes right up and in. We are knotted at 70 apiece. 9:30 to go here in the third. Let's go, chat. Get active, man. Members, let's see those tank emojis, man. If you're a real member and you want to support us, couple bucks a month, become a channel member, get the emojis. Members, let's see those tank emojis. Najee Marshall going to take away Justin Edwards' food. He's playing with it. Marshall all the way. He's blocked on the other end. Nice recovery by Edwards, and then a foul on Dallas. Council was hacked on the arm. 14 more likes till we get to 200. Do me a favor, like the show, share it around, tell a friend, tell a family member. Do this every single game. Hope y'all are doing well. Looks like we got a foul down the other end. Maybe a turnover. I think it was an offensive foul. American Airlines Center. Here is Kessler Edwards. Going to hand it off. Klay Thompson pops a three and drains it. A little reminiscent of the old Klay Thompson there. Quentin Grimes swings it over to Jared Butler. Butler at the wing. Butler going to try to turn the corner against Brandon Williams. Floats one up and overshot it by a lot. Here come the Mavs. Pacing it down the floor all the way. Najee Marshall missed the wide open dunk.
This guy stinks!
Edwards down the other end, going to make him count that mistake and make him pay for it. Sixers back down by 1. How the heck did he miss that? My boy tried to dunk it and came up short. Thompson turnaround 3-ball, missed it. Washington the rebound. He turns, spins in the block, puts it up, and they call a late whistle. A late whistle. 4 minutes into this third quarter, and P.J. Washington headed to the stripe for 2. All right, man. Everybody in the chat, let me know where you guys are tuning in from this afternoon. Definitely curious to know what time of day it is where you're tapping in as well. Give me your, your countries, your cities, your states, towns, whatever you want. Where's everybody tapping in from? Where's everybody tapping in from, man? Usually our games are at, 7 p.m., 7:30 Eastern. Usually those games for people watching from other countries, it might be like 2 in the morning. But today, maybe you can actually tune in with us since it's at a 1 p.m. start time. By the way, we will be back tomorrow as well. Tough opponents coming up this week for Philly, which is a good thing, but all 8 p.m. Eastern games. They're all on the Midwest. So they'll all be 8 p.m. start times. We have a back-to-back. Every week we have a back-to-back this month. So we'll be back tomorrow night against the Rockets as well. That should be a good display of talent. Here's Quentin Grimes. He's going to chuck up a contested 3. Can't get that to fall, but Council finds his way into the lane, and then he turns around, and nobody went after him. Klay walked away. Klay Thompson walked away, and Ricky Council just jammed it with one hand. Wow. Klay Thompson got fooled and walked away. Yabusele dives on the floor, steals it away. Butler down the lane, all the way up and in. Sixers retake the lead. Washington going to dribble, drive, high reverse layup, and he's fouled again. Telling you, man, the Sixers are going to win this game. I just have a feeling. Let's see. We got New York in the house, Atlanta, Allentown, PA, Charleston, SC. I want to go to Charleston, man. UK in the house. We got Northeast Philly, Ontario, Brooklyn, New York. It's 18:26 p.m., so I'm guessing that's 6:26. Allentown, PA. I'm in Central PA, Allentown, PA. Let's go, man. Go, man. Guys, we need one more subscriber to get to 41,900 subscribers. Can we do it? Can we get one more new sub? And can we get 10 more likes? Get us to 200, man. Let's wake up the neighbors. Wake them up. Washington going to knock down at the line. 76-76. Maybe it's a sign. 6:50 to go here in the third. Here's Yabusele going to find Grimes. Grimes dribbling, driving, kicks it out. Butler for 3. Off the mark. Yabu the putback. Woo! Yabu! Yo, you guys see that guy's jersey in the stands? He taped up over the Dallas logo and it says Fire Nico. He put tape on his jersey. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's what I'm about to do at the Sixers game. Dinwiddie corner 3 off the mark. I might have to go to a Sixers game with a big sign that says sell the team. wear all black till I get kicked out. Quentin Grimes fouled en route to the basket. He's going to the line for 2. They might kick me out before I even get in. It might make me throw my sign away. Guess I'll have to cover it up or something. All right, man. 233 people in the chat. You guys are crushing it. Get us 8 more likes, man. And also, we hit 41.9. Let's go. Let's get the 42K today. Come on. Woo. We do this every single game, man. Pre-game, live game, and post-game. Welcome in Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. Hope y'all are doing well. Once again, shout out to my great channel members. Tim, what's going on, man? What's up, Tim? Quentin Grimes with 14 points. Jalen Hood-Schifino hasn't come back in the game. PJ Washington close to a double-double. 25 and 9 right now. By the way, I did want to mention, guys, there are games on later today. The Raptors take on the Portland Trailblazers at 6 o'clock Eastern. And the Brooklyn Nets take on the Atlanta Hawks. Now, again, the Nets almost beat the Celtics last night. But I feel like the Nets can definitely beat the Atlanta Hawks. So hopefully they win that game. Sixers lose this game. And then we're right back in the mix. You know what I mean? We're right there. You guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. We'll talk this one through and we'll keep on pushing, man. See people in the chat, let me know where they're from. You guys must be behind, man. Be sure to tap your screen, go back to live. Make sure you're live. Tim says, question, do you think we'll be back in the playoffs mix next year? And if so, what seeding? Too early to tell, Tim. Got to see what happens in the offseason, but I think it's going to be a very telling offseason for whether this franchise cares at all about what the next 3 years look like, in my opinion. Grimes going to knock down the first free throw. Sixers lead by 3. And the second one going to be good at the line as well. 2 for 2 for Q-Dot. Quentin Grimes, 16 points now on the campaign. Man, there are a lot of seats empty at this arena. Christie, Williams back to Max Christie, wide open 3. Can't get it to fall. Wow. Surprised he missed that. Here come the Sixers again. Grimes with the left hand. Has to feel good cooking his old team like this. Here's Yabusele down in the block against Clay. Backing him down right to the basket. What a play by Yabu. Yabu. Here's Brandon Williams tripped on his way to the basket. Brandon Williams going to head to the charity stripe here. Man, Anthony Davis only played 1 game for the Mavs. That's insane, bro. And he was playing really good in that game, too. 7-12 since trading Luka Doncic. 1-7 in their last 8. What a crazy way to burn down your franchise. Dinwiddie going to pump fake drive kick to the corner. Christie wide open, and this time he nails it. 3-point game. Cardiac hoops here in Dallas. Just for the opposite reason of what you're thinking, though. Sixers have shot the 3-ball very well today. Yabu going to find Grimes. 7 on the shot clock. Grimes has to make magic. Grimes going to cross over, drive, go all the way up, reverse, got it and one. Yes, sir. Drop a 1 in the chat. Shout out to Q Dot. We got 198 likes. We need 2 more. 2 more. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? 260 people in the house here this afternoon. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. And can we get to 42,000 subs, man? Can we get to 42,000? Come on, man. Hit that sub button, man. Free throw is missed. Q Dot tried to save it, and at least he got it to go off of Dallas. So the Sixers are going to have a chance at even more points now. Quentin Grimes driving baseline. Jared Butler wide open from the corner. Can't get that one to rim in. Here come the Mavs pushing it up the floor. Christie with the left hand, turns, spins, dumps it. Dinwiddie back to Christie. He drives, and he was plucked. Pocket plucked. Here come the Sixers. Butler drives it, stops it, back to Yabu, wide open, a 3, and it's cash money.
He's on fire!
Cash money. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Christie up top. Powell going to take it. Over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie to the corner. Marshall drives all the way. Draws a foul from Yabu, and he's hit. Falls. Going to the line for 2. We got 200 likes in the chat. Drop the yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake 'em up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake 'em up. Ladies and gentlemen, the streams don't stop. The content doesn't stop, man. Keep it rocking and rolling. The Sixers have taken a lead, and it feels like they're taking command of this basketball game. I'm just being honest right now. Mavericks going to knock that one down at the line. So they go 1 for 2. Here is Doughton back in the game. Going to find Quentin Grimes. And he's fouled on the floor. Even the Sixers' worst players are better than the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks are in purgatory. Let's go, man. Drop those yes, sirs in the chat. Doughton, Hood Schifino for 3. That's off. I feel like Jalen Hood Schifino is like shooting a high arcing 3 today. Like more than usual. He's putting up a moonshot out there. Here's a 3-ball from Williams. He can't get it to fall. Rebounded by the Sixers. O'Shea Brissett back in the mix here with Alex Reese as well. Grimes, Hood Schifino, and Doughton. Grimes, a step back 2. Can't get it. Doughton taps it in, and the Sixers lead it by 8. Sixers taking advantage. Dinwiddie up top, using a ball screen, comes around, trying to find his space. Here is Marshall in the corner. Marshall, one bounces it back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie guarded by Hood Schifino. Dinwiddie off a foot, finds Christie, spots up a moonshot, and that was clean. 3-ball for Max Christie, 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. Grimes at the top. Ooh. Little slide through the legs. Grimes driving all the way up. Got it through 2. What a bucket and what a finish by Quentin Grimes. Woo. Grimes stole it away again, and they got him for a whistle. This is the part where Grimes is cooking, man. Grimes is going crazy right now. Quentin Grimes is going crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers are going to win this game, bro. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. They're not going to yank Quentin Grimes. They're not going to make it that obvious. The only way that they could pull him out is if they're like, oh, by the way, Quentin Grimes just got sick here in the fourth quarter. And, yeah. Yeah. So to be honest with you, man, only way the Sixers are going to lose this game is yeah. $263 people in the chat, 211 likes, 95 subs away from 42K. Thank you guys for being here, man. Can we bench Grimes? Yeah, they're not going to do it, man. They're not going to do it. Sixers are going to win this game. I picked them to win. Quentin Grimes trade was legit. I thought that trade was a bust. I stand corrected. Grimes is a heck of a player. He's got 20 points now. Tim says, come on, Grimes, let me get 5 more. 215 says, I'll put out my paycheck. Our pick goes to OKC. Let's see. JHS is going to be good, says Jerry. Battle of the Ball Hogs. Fourth quarter is where we choke, says Dave. I don't know about today, though. I don't know about today because Mavericks just have nobody left, literally. Grimes might be the reason why the Sixers are being investigated when they sat him. He could be. Could be. So they can't just be like, yo, Grimes, fake a cold in the fourth quarter. Yo, Grimes, you hurt your ankle running on that last play. Can't do it. But we'll see. 2:18 to go here in the third. Grimes going to miss the first free throw. That's one thing about Grimes. He can't hit free throws. He needs to work on that this offseason. For sure. Definitely needs to work on it. $92-84. The second one is good. 2:14 to go here in the third. Edwards going to find Spencer Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Grimes. Getting locked up. Dinwiddie going to turn, spin, drive. Dinwiddie floats it up and off. You know what's crazy, too, is like Quentin Grimes could have done the same thing with Dallas that he's done for Philly. You know, like Quentin Grimes could have really helped his Mavs team, especially being this depleted. They wouldn't have been hard capped. And, you know, he could have really given them a boost, and they never gave him a shot. He was playing pretty good this year, and then they still traded him. Grimes going to drive. He's fouled and one. Yes, sir. One's in the chat, man. One's in the chat for QDOT. Holy smokes, this guy's playing well, man. Dude, Grimes is going crazy right now. It's very promising. It's very promising for the future. You got to think about this from the Dallas Mavericks like standpoint. Grimes has 4 30-point games, which is more than Paul George has this season. Grimes only played, what, like 14 games, 13 with the Sixers? Hood Schifino just wrapped up Williams. It's going to be a jump ball. Yo. But yeah, the Mavs trade Luka Doncic, and then they trade Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin. I mean, if I was a Dallas Mavs fan, I would put a case together to investigate the front office for literally trying to blow the team up on purpose. I would take them to court, man, because that's crazy. That's crazy. Mavs didn't want to pay Grimes a bigger contract. It was all about money. Dude, they had his rights. They had his RFA rights. You don't want to pay Luka. You don't want to pay Grimes. So what do you want to do? Mavs miss another one. Like, it's getting to the point now where teams are just overthinking it. Oh, yeah, I don't want to pay this player in 3 years, so let me just deplete my whole team. Makes no sense. 3-ball missed by Brissett. Reese couldn't pull in the board. Washington picks it up. Here is Edwards. He's going to drive downhill, goes up, and he's fouled. Grimes is going to get 15 to 20. No, he's not. No, he's not. Grimes will probably get like 10 to 12 in that range, I would guess. I don't see him getting 20. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, yeah, I don't think a bunch of games against, lesser teams going to make some team overpay. Unless they want to stick it to Philly. Like, if they know that Philly's going to re-sign him no matter what, maybe they just stick it to Philly. But I don't see 20 a year for Grimes. But yeah, this is the game, like I predicted at the beginning in the pregame. This is the game that the Sixers are going to win, unfortunately, because the Mavs are just terrible. Like I said, the Mavs are on the verge of forfeiting games if another guy gets hurt. Doughton goes right to the rack. I mean, these guys have to know the situation. They just probably don't care. They're like, hey, my NBA career's on the line. I really don't care. I don't care at all. But like I said, it's not on the players. Ball goes up and behind the backboard. It's going to be Sixers ball. It's not even on the players. It's on the coaching staff. Like, I know you're getting investigated, but got to do what you got to do, Got to yank these guys, man. Got to yank them. 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Doughton going to cross over, drive up with the left, missed it. Brissett puts it back in. Complete turnaround in the third quarter. Sixers outscore them by 16. And they now lead it by 12 as we enter the fourth quarter. For once, the Sixers are schooling another team. For once, the Sixers are schooling a team. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every game of the season. Pre-game, live game, post-game. Hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel. Drop some fires in the chat for Q. Q-Dot. 23 points for Quentin Grimes and counting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fearing that I was right at the beginning. I picked them to win 108-104. I think it'll be higher scoring than that. But I think that these Sixers are going to win this game. Nonetheless, you guys have been crushing it here on this Sunday matinee edition, Sunday afternoon. Tapping in, welcome in, and thank you for being here. Before we jump into this chaotic fourth quarter, maybe some cardiac hoops, got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show. It is National University. Ladies and gentlemen, click that link down in the live chat. If you want to get a little more info about National University, they're a nonprofit accredited college offering flexible online programs. And, if you're someone trying to work and go back to school, or maybe you are not content with your career, maybe you want to get more education, NU is perfect for you. They offer 4 and 8 week online classes that start sooner, finish very quickly. Bada boom, bada bing. They offer a lot of financial aid. They awarded $50 million in scholarships last year as a veteran-founded university. A lot of cool, unique distinctions and programs that they offer. So definitely go check them out. They understand that you're not just, a student, right? But maybe you're a full-time worker. Maybe you have kids or a family or whatever. So they try to do their best to support you. Check them out. Once again, if you want to check out their flexible curriculums and program offerings, click the link down in the description or the live chat. Get more info today with National University. Appreciate them partnering with the show all season long, as the Sixers are currently taking the Mavericks to school. Sixers and the Mavericks have been the worst two teams, in my opinion, this season. Not record-wise, but just with all the drama and just with everything going on. But the Mavs might be in a worse situation. Mavs might be in a worse situation, to be honest. That's how bad it is. And the Nets play today. So if the Sixers win this game, the Nets lose to who do they play? The Hawks. Tank might be in danger. Tank might be in danger, ladies and gentlemen. I need all my channel members to drop the tank emoji in the chat right now. Drop the tank emoji. Dinwiddie goes in. He's fouled and one. That's how we started off. That's how we started off.
Yes, sir.
Woo. Tika says 5:50 a.m. Is this a nightmare? What's up, Tika? Good morning. Good morning, Tika. Members, drop those tank emojis. It is a 9-point game after the and one from Dallas. Both teams probably trying to lose this game. Here's Jalen Hood-Schifino, one bouncer over to Brissett, 5 on the shot clock. He's thinking about it. Now he's going to take Dinwiddie off the dribble, drives all the way to the rim, and he couldn't be stopped. Could not be stopped. It's an 11-point game yet again. Philly with the lead. Dinwiddie up top. He's going to find Klay Thompson. Going to find PJ Washington, goes up, lays it, and missed. Oh! O'Shea Brissett just took a knee to the head. These guys are down. They're getting up slow. A little bit dazed right there. Edwards, the reverse layup, and gets it to fall. We got a timeout on the floor. Holy crap. Brandon Williams jumped up in the air to get the ball about 5 feet off the ground, and he delivered a knee to the head of O'Shea Brissett. Holy smokes. Maybe the neck? I don't know, but hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's okay. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. Let's see. Tim says if we lose this game, we may have the tanking down. Maybe. Guys, do me a favor, man. Like the show. Get us up to 300 likes. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you for being here. Tap in on the live chat. 10:50 to go here in the fourth. We'll see if O'Shea Brissett can keep playing. But he just took a knee to the head. Grimes, I just fear, is too good in this game. Of course, Jeff Doughton's being a tryhard again. Jalen Hood-Schifino had a pretty good first half. Once again on Tankathon Watch, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Raptors play the Blazers later today, and the Nets play the Hawks. So those will have big implications here for the continued Tankathon race. All right, so I guess he's going to stay in the game. Shout out to Brissett. Tough guy. Here is Chuma Okeke back in the game. Jalen Hood-Schifino off the bounce, puts it up, and gets it to fall. It is an 11-point lead for the 76ers. They're just locked in right now. They are locked in. The lineup for the Sixers right now is Doughton, Hood-Schifino, Reese, Brissett, and Chuma Okeke. Never would have thought I'd be uttering those words on March 16th. Mavs miss and get the rebound themselves. Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, Edwards, Williams, and P.J. Washington for the Mavs. Edwards a three. He's going to drain it. We have some cardiac tankathon hoops as we wind down this game. 8-point lead with 9:48 to go. Doughton going to find Hood-Schifino. He wants another three ball. Oh, my gosh. Jalen Hood-Schifino has ruined the tank. Jalen Hood-Schifino might have ruined the tank. Another shot from Washington, and he's going to get that one. Back to a 9-point game. Here is Jeff Doughton. Doughton at the wing. Dumps it back to Hood-Schifino. Washington's got 27 and 10 now on the night. Hood-Schifino again off the back iron. Alex Reese trying to track it down. Can't pick it up. Here come the Dallas Mavericks. Dinwiddie crosses over, the hesitation, the drive. He's fouled. And one! And one! Spencer Dinwiddie!
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my guy Mark Zumoff. Fan of the show. Legendary announcer Mark Zumoff, as he would say, lock all windows and doors. We are coming in for a landing. Turning garbage into gold. Or maybe in this case, gold into garbage. But yo. Quentin Grimes is resting right now. Do you think the Sixers will bring him back? Do you guys think Quentin Grimes will come back in? Free throw is missed. 7-point game in the tankathon. Here's Jeff Doughton. He's going to find Okeke. Here's Hood-Schifino. Hood-Schifino. Chuma Okeke. Okeke at three. Of course. Of course, man. Dinwiddie going to cross over. Blow by Reese. Goes up. He's fouled on the floor. Dinwiddie wants it in shooting motion. $290 people in the chat right now. Appreciate all of you being here. Welcome in. I'm RB. This is the Sixers Game Day Live Show. We do this every single game. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new, man. Closing in on 42,000. Here's Klay. Kicks it out. It's stolen by Doughton. He couldn't pick it up. And then he plucks Dinwiddie. Doughton all the way. Throws it down with one hand. Are you kidding me, Jeff Doughton? Who the hell is Jeff Doughton Jr.? Marshall going to answer on the other end. Yo, who is Jeff Doughton Jr.? I've never seen this guy play like this. Doughton going to drive. He goes up. No contact there. The Sixers steal it back. Okeke. Doughton goes up. Blocked. Brissett goes up, finishes it at the rim. It's a 12-point lead for Philly. These guys are playing their hearts out. Klay Thompson down to Edwards, and he's fouled. Yo, I've never seen the Sixers play this hard in my freaking life. These are playing like their lives depend on it. See, the Sixers' problem is that they're signing a bunch of guys who are trying to play as hard as they can to save their NBA careers. Doughton a step back. Oh, my gosh. Jeff Doughton makes it a 14-point game. These guys are playing as hard as they can. You pick up Chuma Okeke. You pick up O'Shea Brissett. Of course they're going to play their ass off because they're trying to save their NBA careers. They're trying to save their NBA careers. Of course they're going to play as hard as they can. So the 76ers, man, I mean, they're going to win this game, bro. They're going to win this game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Maybe the Sixers can utilize some of these pieces going forward, though. I'll tell you what, they are playing good. Jalen Hood-Schifino's having a really good game today. Doughton's playing good. Brissett's playing good. Grimes, of course. But yeah, man, I mean, these guys are playing for their lives right now. What you should have done is you should have brought up the G League squad, like I said 2 games ago. Should have brought up 3-time NBA champ Patrick McCall and Jared Brownridge. Should have brought up those guys rather than sign former NBA players. Tell you what, though, I've never seen Jeff Doughton Jr. play like this in my life. I did not know he had this in him. I'm just being honest. But anyway. Like I said, I didn't expect the Sixers to lose out. I thought they'd win a couple more in this game. As I said in the pregame show, I thought they were going to win this game, and I didn't expect them to shoot 13 for 32 from 3, and I didn't expect 3 bench players with double digits, but Jalen Hood-Schifino is going crazy. 310 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream. Get us at 300 likes. Let's go. But yeah, man, Quentin Grimes is too good. Grimes is too good. Clark says they must have to win. The NBA is investigating us. RJ, what's up, brother? Says these idiots are about to screw us. Charles says you're right. Sixers have more players trying to prove themselves. 55 bench points is crazy. $7:05 to go. We'll see if the Mavs have one final jolt of life in them. Williams going to find Clay. Clay, a cutting Washington. He goes up, misses a layup. Mavs going to get it back somehow. Marshall drives, kicks it out. Klay Thompson for 3, and he drains it. 11-point game. Gutman with a $2 super chat. Can the Mavs please make a comeback? I mean, maybe they can, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a couple more Klay Thompson threes and a big stretch where the Sixers miss a lot of shots. 4 on the shot clock. Doughton pulls it up from deep mid-range. That one goes out of bounds. So we have 6:20 to go. I wonder if Grimes is going to come back in. I feel like he is, and then that'll be the dagger. For the Sixers, though, it's Jeff Doughton, O'Shea Brissett, Chuma Okeke, Ricky Council, Gershon Yabusele. For the Mavericks, Max Christie, Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington, and Najee Marshall. Here's Klay Thompson trying to get busy against O'Shea Brissett. I kind of like this guy Brissett, though. Klay again got it off 1 foot, fading to his left. What a shot by Klay Thompson. 9-point game here in Dallas. 5:47 to go. Jeff Doughton. Doughton going to find Ricky. Ricky for 3, and the answer The Sixers cannot miss. It is 117 to 105. Klay Thompson off the dribble again. Bouncing, falls. Klay Thompson turning back the clocks a little bit, knocking down some shots, but might be too little too late. Grimes still has not played in the fourth quarter. 5:05 to go. It feels like the Sixers actually think they're trying to tank this game, but they've done too much. Council gets swatted at the rim. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on Dallas. Foul on Max Christie. Guys, 307 in the chat. Get us to 300 likes, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you're in the chat right now. Dallas is a game and a half ahead of Phoenix in the Western Conference standings. Currently sitting in that last play-in spot. The fact that the Mavericks might actually make the play-in is just embarrassing for the NBA. This is why they shouldn't even have that. Here comes Grimes, by the way, so he is coming back in. Sixers are not trying to lose this game. Free throws good, 119-107. 5 minutes to play here in Dallas. Klay Thompson, pump fake, now pulls the three again. That one off the mark. Sixers pick it up. 4:50 to go. Council threads right through the defense. And I think he traveled. Even though the Mavs didn't even try to play defense. They were just like, all right. That was crazy. So Grimes back in. Butler, Grimes, Yabusele, Council, and Edwards. Dinwiddie going to find Max Christie along with Marshall, Klay, and Washington. Christie drives the lane, goes up through traffic, and got it to fall. It's a 10-point game. 10-point game, 4:23 to go here in the fourth. Quentin Grimes with the rock against his former team. Grimes crosses over, pulls up for three. It's short, picked up by Dallas. Dinwiddie with the rock now at the wing, guarded by Grimes, turns, drives into the paint, has some space. He goes up, he's fouled, can't get it to fall. Dinwiddie very animated as he's going to go to the charity stripe for yet again another pair of free throws. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Drop it in the comments right now. Sixers or Mavs? First one good at the line for Dallas. 4 minutes to go. Who do you guys think is going to win? Let me know. Second one going to be good as well. 2 for 2 at the line. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are new. Here's Jared Butler going to drive, go all the way downhill. Little double clutch, goes up, missed it, tap in, miss, and then puts it back on the third attempt. It's Justin Edwards. Sixers back up by 10. Here's Dinwiddie going to cross, going to drive, spin. Dinwiddie, a little creativity there, missed the layup. Mavs get it back. Washington for three, missed again, and then this time it's Marshall crashing in to put it back for the third attempt. And now it's an 8-point game in Dallas with 3:20 to go. Still in this. Ricky Council working against Spencer Dinwiddie. Sixers running a couple off-ball actions. Here's Quentin Grimes going downhill against Klay Thompson. Grimes going to spin, turn, fade, kick it out. No time on the shot clock. 3-ball missed by Edwards. Tap to the Mavs. Do we have a chance? Do we have a chance? Marshall drives, turns, spins. 12 on the shot clock. Sixers double team PJ Washington. They leave Dinwiddie. Now to Christie for three. Can't get it to go. Marshall taps it up. Missed it again. Taps it again. Got it on the third attempt. It's a 6-point game. It is a 6-point game here in Dallas. 2:25 to play. Boy, we have a ball game. Grimes coming around his screen. Grimes going to drive through two defenders, goes up, fouled, and one. And one.
Yes, sir.
Quentin Grimes is too good. Quentin Grimes is too good, man. $124 to $115. Shout out to all 330 in the chat. Thank y'all for being here. Clay going to spin, drive against Jared Butler, kicks it out. Dinwiddie wide open for three, and the trifecta falls. 124 to 118. We're back. We're back to a 6-point game just like that. Grimes against Dinwiddie. Or excuse me, against Marshall. Here's Quentin Grimes. Grimes against Dinwiddie. He's going to drive all the way in. Grimes off the backboard. He missed it. Picked up by Dinwiddie. Here come the Mavs. 3-on-1. Washington to the corner. Clay for three. Got it! He got it!
He's on fire!
Oh! Oh! It feels so weird rooting for my team to lose a game, but yo, it's a 3-point game with 1:35 to play. Oh! Oh!
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please like the stream right now. Subscribe to the channel. I'm losing my mind over here. I mean, this is what the chaos of the Sixers does to you. This is what this team does to me, bro. They're putting me in a situation where I got to root for them to lose, and I'm hype watching Quentin Grimes go out here and hoop. But yo, it's down to a 3-point game. They've let up 35 points in the fourth quarter. Can the Mavs really win this? Yo, if the Sixers lose this game, they are officially the tanking masters. They are the tanking masters if they lose this game. Dude, this is crazy, bro. All right, here we go, man. 135 to play. We got 400 in the chat. Let's go. Inbound to the Sixers. Mavs on a 10-3 run. Jared Butler going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes up at the top, guarded by Washington. Here's Ricky Council. Council against Clay. Show me what you got, Ricky. Show me what you got. Ricky, Butler, 8 on the shot clock. Butler drives to the rack. Dumps it down low. Ricky goes up. Try to draw the foul. He did not. No foul called. Clay lost it. Clay lost it. Sixers take it back. 1:06 to go. Sixers with the rock. I can't believe I got to do it, man. Grimes coming around his screen. Grimes going to take it himself. 1-on-1 against PJ Washington. Steps back. Corner three. It's off the mark. Picked up by the Mavs. 45 seconds to go. Here comes Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie at the top, guarded by Jalen Hood-Schifino. Dinwiddie drives to the lane, goes up, got it to fall. It's a 1-point game. Oh! Here's Jared Butler behind the back. Jared Butler going to spin. Butler, Grimes, cardiac hoops at its finest. Grimes turns, spins into the lane. Grimes goes up and fouled. Fouled is Quentin Grimes, and he can't make free throws. Woo! We got some exciting hoops here on a Sunday afternoon. Oh my gosh, man. This is crazy. Drop some fires in the chat, man. This is wild. Wild. Wild stuff, man. They're challenging. I think they're challenging. Can't believe I got to root for my team to lose, man, but this is where we are. This is where we are. Wow. Wow. 450 people in the comments right now. Do me one solid favor, all right? Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. We do this every single game. We lose our minds over this ridiculous team, and we do a pregame, live game, and postgame show. We're just about 85 subs short of 42,000. So hit that sub button. Join in with us every game. I'm not expecting the Sixers to lose every game the rest of the way, but boy, this would be huge. This would be huge. Guys, we got to piss the neighbors off, man. We got to piss the neighbors off. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Coach's challenge. We're waiting for the call. We are waiting for the call. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What will they call this? Najee Marshall, let's see. Did he foul him? They're going to keep it as a foul. So Quentin Grimes will go to the line with the tank on the line. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, guys. Get these likes up, man. Whew. Looks like they called the one on the floor, not the block, but his right arm kind of tugged on Quentin Grimes' arm. So now Grimes has a chance to go to the line and ice it against his former team, but we'll see. Not really, because the Mavs can still hit a three, but Grimes with 26. The first free throw is good. It's a 2-point ball game. Here we go, man. Here we go. No spoilers in the chats. Let's go. Shout out to my members in the house, man. Second one gonna be good. It's a 3-point ball game. One timeout remaining for Dallas. They're not gonna call it. 1 second separating game and shot clock. Here's Spencer Dinwiddie. They've already drawn up a play. Here's Klay Thompson. Thompson down low. Wide open PJ Washington. Hood Schifino ran away from him, so he didn't foul him. Sixers have it. Mavs going to have to foul, and they do. So now it'll be another free throw war. Jared Butler going to the charity stripe, and we'll see what happens. 512 people in the chat right now. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Oh, boy. What do we do here? What do we do here? First free throw is good for Jared Butler. Dallas might call this timeout. They might try to scheme open Klay or something. I don't know. Told you it was going to be cardiac hoops tonight. Told you it was going to be cardiac. And the second one is good. It's a 3-point game. Timeout, Dallas. Welcome on in, baby. 530 people watching us live. 280 likes. Let's get this up to 300, man. Can we get to 300? Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 42,000. You can see it on the bottom right of your screen. Let's go, man. Let's go. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to this. Oh, man. Well, this has been a very entertaining ball game, I will say. Way more than I thought. Way more than I thought. This is the Sixers Game Day live show. We do this every game. Pre-game, live game, post-game show, all combined in one stream. Let's go. You guys are crushing it, man. You guys are crushing it. We're at 299. Who's going to get us to 300? Grimes trying to walk away from the coach. Coach trying to hold him down. Grimes is 28. All right, Dallas Mavericks, who are we trusting in, man? Is it a Klay Thompson ball? Is it a PJ Washington ball? Najee Marshall ball? Dinwiddie? Who is it? Jason Kidd, you better draw up the best play of your life. The Dallas Maverick fans have had nothing to cheer for this season. They're on their feet at the American Airlines Center. 128, 125. We got 300 likes. Let's go. Everybody on their feet here at the American Airlines. Here comes the inbound. They have to get it in. No timeouts remaining. Marshall scanning the floor. Scanning. He's going to find Dinwiddie. Turn around three. He missed it. No good. The Sixers pick it up. And Hood Schifino is fouled. Why did he rush that shot? Dinwiddie, what in the world was that? What in the world was that? I thought they were going to call a foul at first. What a stupid play by Spencer Dinwiddie. And Klay was wide open as well coming up top. Hood Schifino going to knock down the first free throw. That's going to do it, man. Yeah, you guys are amazing, bro.
Yes, sir.
MVPs for you guys in the chat. MVPs for you guys in the chat. Can't believe the Sixers are going to win this game. Hood Schifino goes 2 for 2 at the line. The Dallas Mavericks stink. Sixers may stink, but the Mavs stink more. Sixers' first game of a 6-game road trip is a win over the Dallas Mavericks. If I was a Dallas Mavericks fan, I would ask to be refunded. The Mavericks can't even beat Jalen Hood Schifino, Quentin Grimes, who you traded for Caleb Martin, who's cooked. You traded Luka Doncic. Everybody else is hurt. You might have to forfeit the rest of the season. Matter of fact, that might be the best case scenario for the Mavs if they have to forfeit the rest of the season, to be honest. That might be the best case scenario. You think their fans want to go watch more of these games? They can't even beat Jalen Hood Schifino. But yo, shout out to Quentin Grimes, man. He's too good. Quentin Grimes is a monster. Thank you, Dallas. Honestly. Tell Nico Harrison I said thank you. Tell Nico I said thank you, man. Hey, we got to play the song. Drop the W's in the chat. Drop the W's in the chat. We have to play it. We have to play it. We have to play the song. I hate feeling this way, man. I don't want to feel this way. But hey, man. Slim pickings here. You get your wins as you can. And guess we got to enjoy it, man. Might not see any more this season unless we play the Mavs. But no, we don't play them again. All right, man. Play the song. Play the song. Play the song. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this. 76ers have had maybe one of the worst seasons ever seen in sports history, but at least we're not the Dallas Mavericks. At least we're not the Dallas Mavericks. The Brooklyn Nets will take on the Atlanta Hawks later today. The Raptors will take on the Portland Trailblazers. So those games will now matter a lot more. But the Sixers win. They are now one game back of the Brooklyn Nets in the Tankathon. They are now one game back of the Nets. Nets should have beat the Celtics last night. They might have gave their best shot, though. They lost by 2. Wow. Wow. Busy B says, we might exceed my 3-win prediction because I really don't see us losing to the Wizards, but the Nuggets got swept, so who knows, we might. Listen, guys, not to toot my own horn up here, but in the pregame show, I did predict that the Sixers would win this game. I said it would be a 4-point win. A lot less scoring than there was tonight. But yeah, you can't lose them all. Can't lose them all. Yeah, man. Grimes is too good. Grimes is too good. And hey, at least it was entertaining. At least it was entertaining, though. Shout out to the partner of the show, National University. Sixers took the Mavs to school today. The Mavs are an absolute atrocity. Talk about it more on the postgame show, but every time we win the spin the wheel tankathon at the beginning of our stream here, we win the game. So, hey, maybe we'll get the number 1 overall pick, maybe. But I'm going to tell you why the Sixers won this game. It's because they're signing players who are playing for their NBA lives. Sixers are signing players that need to survive in the NBA, and they're going to play as hard as they can. That's why they're winning these games, or won this game at least. But, yeah, man, I knew they were going to win this game. I just had a feeling. A lot of bench points tonight. What'd they have? 33 plus 13, 46, 52, 57 bench points. Damn. Quentin Grimes, though, man, made his old team pay for it. Quentin Grimes revenge game. I said he'd have 42, but hey, another 28-point bomb. Quentin Grimes might be better than Paul George. I'm not even kidding. He might be. So, hey, the Sixers had to win a game. They're getting investigated by the NBA, get them off their backs, and now go back to losing. So, it's all I can say. But, ladies and gentlemen, you guys were incredible in the chat during this game. Thank you for being a part of it. We do it every single game, and we got the post game coming up. So, if you want to call in and you want to give your thoughts on this team and the tank, go ahead and call in by using the Discord. We'll pull that up here in a second. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers get a win. They actually win a ball game. And they are now one game back of the Brooklyn Nets, who play later tonight. So we'll see if the Nets help us out as well and stay where they're at, or if they extend it to a game and a half. So we will see. Quentin Grimes is a freaking monster, man. I can't believe how good Jalen Hood-Schifino played. Tonight. All right, man. Let's throw a poll up in the chat, and then we'll get ready for the post game. Will the Sixers get their top 6 pick this season? Boy, oh boy. Shout out to Grimes, man. Shout out to Grimes. He's a hooper. All right, man. Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. We'll be back in just a few moments with the post-game show. Stay locked and loaded. We'll talk about some other things as well, and we'll break it all down. Then we'll maybe take some phone calls as well. All right, guys. Be back soon. Yeah, welcome into the Sixers post-game live show. It feels like forever since I started off with these words, but the Sixers win. The Sixers win the first game of a 6-game road trip as they are winding down the final stretch of this season. 15 games left after today. They are in full tankathon mode. They are in the tankathon race, but the Sixers actually find a way to win this basketball game. And hey, can the NBA leave us alone? Can you leave us alone? All this nonsense, this drama. Oh, we're going to investigate the 76ers because Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George are not playing games. We're going to investigate the Sixers because their big three isn't playing. Hey, Joel Embiid has no meniscus. Paul George has been hurt 6 times. Tyrese Maxey has been hurt twice at the same time. You know who you should investigate? You should investigate the Dallas Mavericks because they are the dumbest franchise in sports history. They go and they trade Luka Doncic. All the other guys that get back get hurt. Everybody on the team's hurt. The Dallas Mavericks today had 8 players available, which is the league minimum. You have to have 8 guys active. You know who was out in this ballgame? You know who you should investigate? Yourselves. Because you created a draft lottery where teams are trying to tank with 15 games left in the season. The injury reports today are crazy. We'll get into that. We'll get into why the Sixers won this game, a couple bright spots and hidden gems, and ultimately we'll take a look at the updated tanking race and a lot of the implications that could come after today. We'll welcome in officially to the Sixers post-game live show right here on Philly Take with RB. Ladies and gentlemen, tap in live with us after every game. We break it all down. Tune in on YouTube for the game day live. We go pregame, live game, post-game, back-to-back. And if you're listening back on an audio platform or a podcast platform, do me a favor and rate and subscribe, share wherever you get your podcasts. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, in the pregame show, I predicted the 76ers to win this game. I just had a feeling. Now, maybe part of that is because in the pregame show, I spin the tankathon wheel, and every time I win, I end up seeing the Sixers win. So maybe there's a correlation. Or maybe I'm just a little too smart of knowing this team this season. And I just knew that with how bad and how depleted the Mavericks are, I mean, think about this. The Mavericks, if one other guy gets hurt, they are screwed. Matter of fact, they have 8 active players, and 2 of them are about to expire with NBA eligibility this season on 2-way contracts. So they're not even going to be able to play. They're going to have to make guys active that are not healthy and can't play. Like the Dallas Mavericks, realistically, could be playing with 5 guys only in a couple games. They're not allowed to go over the first hard cap, and they can't sign anybody else. And their 2-way guys are about to expire with NBA eligibility for the season. So the Dallas Mavericks are down so bad. So what you should be investigating is how stupid the Dallas Mavericks are for trading Luka Doncic. Oh, did I mention trading Quentin Grimes? They traded Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin. Quentin Grimes not only clears Caleb Martin, Quentin Grimes clears every other player on the Dallas Mavericks right now. Quentin Grimes was having a career year, and they didn't want to pay him this offseason because why would the Dallas Mavericks do that? They don't want to pay Luka Doncic. Why would they pay Quentin Grimes? So they take Caleb Martin and they trade Quentin Grimes, and this guy comes over to Philadelphia, and he's absolutely serving it up. He's serving it up, man. Quentin Grimes has been cooking. I think he's played, 15 games now? I don't know how many games he's gone above 20, but I know he's got 4 30-point games, another 28 bomb tonight. He gets his revenge on the Dallas Mavericks. 28, 2 boards, 6 assists, and 2 steals. And he was absolutely fantastic yet again. And I think if there's any confusion or any up in the air, mentality with Quentin Grimes, I mean, it's pretty much sealed for me. Quentin Grimes has to be up and back with the Sixers this offseason. And I see a lot of people, on social media, they're like, Quentin Grimes is going to get paid a lot. He's going to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, Quentin Grimes on a rookie contract. He has restricted free agent rights. The Sixers can match any offer that he receives in free agency. Now, the hope is that the Mavericks don't, or any other team doesn't make an offer that, makes the Sixers have to match it, which is like a huge premium. I don't see that happening. But Quentin Grimes might get, 10, 12 million in free agency. And yeah, the Sixers are going to have to match it. And they should. They should, because they found a gem. They found a guy in Quentin Grimes, and we saw it from the first game here. The way this guy moves up and down the floor, the way he can spread the rock, the way that he defends tightly beyond the perimeter, the way, his IQ, the way that he sees the floor, and overall the fact that he has 3 levels to his game. I didn't know he was this good at going to the rim with the basketball. I did not know that, but I don't think anybody did, because they never gave him an opportunity in Dallas. They never gave him an opportunity in New York. They never gave him an opportunity in Detroit. This guy is a heck of a player, and the Sixers found a gem in Quentin Grimes. 10 for 19 again tonight, and I know he's playing against bad teams, but Quentin Grimes led the comeback in this game, and I know a lot of people are mad about this win, and I understand. I did not want the Sixers to win this game, but I had a feeling they were going to win because Quentin Grimes is an absolute bucket. And another guy that was a hidden gem in this game, off of the bench, his best NBA game to date, Jalen Hood-Schifino, with a career-high 19 points, 5 triples off the bench. He only played 23 minutes. Jalen Hood-Schifino was signed a week and a half ago, not even maybe, from the G League. And Jalen Hood-Schifino, I don't know what he did different today. His shot looked like it was a moonshot today. He was knocking down buckets. Jalen Hood-Schifino looked pretty good off the dribble. I mean, again, this is a former 17th overall pick from last year. Never worked out with the Lakers. Never played a lot, right? What's the theme here in Philly? Young guys never play a lot because of the vets. Lakers didn't play him because of LeBron and Anthony Davis. Now you come here, come to Philly, they give you 20 minutes off the bench. You see what he can do. So Jalen Hood-Schifino, although I'm not sold yet, looks to have a little bit of a game to him. I mean, this is what a lot of teams saw in him coming out of college. Another guy, O'Shea Brissett, 25 minutes played, 13 points, 5 boards, 2 steals. I like O'Shea Brissett. Veteran, guy who's been around to some different teams, spent a couple good years with the Pacers. I like his intensity, especially on the glass. Look, I'm not saying that these guys are going to be integral pieces or anything like that moving forward, but a couple things. Number one, the fact that I'm seeing more effort out of the Sixers now than I did all season is a crazy thing to think about, because the 76ers are playing guys right now who have never played with each other. They don't even know each other's first names. They just got to the team. The Sixers signed Chuma Okeke this morning. Guy comes out here, plays 16 minutes, 5 points, 4 boards, and a steal. He played with the Sixers a month and a half ago. Here's why, right? You got Alex Reese, the bartender, coming off the bench. You got Jeff Doughton Jr., who, by the way, I did not know that Jeff Doughton Jr. had this kind of bag. I mean, he drove to the rim. He threw one down one-handed. He's hitting every mid-range step back. He's spinning off the dribble. He's got a lot of bounce and a lot of burst to his game that I did not know Jeff Doughton had. All season long, you play Jeff Doughton, he looks like crap. And then when you want to look like crap, Jeff Doughton Jr. looks like he's a mid-level all-star. But anyway, why are the Sixers playing this good? Why did they show this level of effort? Now, one, of course, they're playing the lowly Dallas Mavericks, which we'll talk about them in a second. But number two, the Sixers are trying to tank. And what they did these last couple of days is pick up players that are so hungry, that are starving, trying to save their NBA careers, save their NBA lives. If you go and you take 5 guys and tell them that, hey, here's a handful of minutes, you're probably not going to be in the NBA unless you show out. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to dive on the floor for loose balls. They're going to move everywhere. These guys were like so frantic today. They were like little pests everywhere they went. The way they moved the ball, there was no egos. They were just having fun. That is what you created by bringing in O'Shea Brissett and Chuma Okeke. So listen, man, while I understand their mindset, I think it had a negative impact because, again, they're bringing in guys that have to survive. That's how I see it. The other part of it is that the Dallas Mavericks are the worst organization in sports right now. We talked about their idiocracy of the Luka Doncic trade and, all that. But the Dallas Mavericks were winning this game for a good time, and they're currently the 10 seed in the West, and they only have 8 players, and 2 of them are not going to be able to play soon, so they might have to either forfeit games or list guys available. But they were winning this game, and then they get torched by Quentin Grimes, the former player from earlier this year that they traded because they didn't want to pay. And I think these executives get way too in their own heads and try to act like they're so smart. And they're like, yeah, we don't want to pay Luka Doncic. We don't want to pay Quentin Grimes. These guys are good players, man. And the Dallas Mavericks, look, the way I think about it is, as bad as this season has been, as bad as it's been, of a turn of events for Philly and the Sixers, at least we're not the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, the TV camera panned to this one guy behind the basket who was wearing a Mavericks jersey, and he had duct tape on it over the Mavericks logo, and he wrote "sell the team" on it. I mean, those are the type of fans that are going to Dallas games. The Dallas Mavericks said they're hiking up season ticket prices next year after they completely pissed off their fan base. The Dallas Mavericks are an absolute embarrassment. And not only have they messed up their window now, but for the future as well. So again, if the Sixers were going to win a game, it was going to be this game because the Mavericks are so bad. They've been getting blown out. Klay Thompson put on a show. It looked like they were coming back at the end. Matter of fact, the Sixers tried to almost give them the game. I mean, you give up 39 points in the fourth quarter. Now, you did outscore them by 16 in the third, but we're winding down in the fourth. The Sixers are up by, 14, 16 points. It's like, oh, yeah, it's over. But here comes Klay Thompson, Spencer Dinwiddie, Najee Marshall. By the way, Najee Marshall, if you want to talk about the alternative to signing Paul George, Najee Marshall would have been a nice piece this offseason for the Sixers to pick up. Really good 3-and-D wing. He didn't shoot well today, but Najee Marshall's a dog. But here comes Klay Thompson giving us flashbacks of his Warriors days. Cha-ching, cha-ching, just knocking down 3 after 3. That little quick clutch by Klay. And then with the game on the line, it's a 3-point game. The Mavericks go to inbound the ball after using their final timeout. And Spencer Dinwiddie has to come get the ball. Looked like Klay was wide open at the top, by the way, and he was the hot hand. Klay was wide open, probably could have tied the game. But they find Spencer Dinwiddie, and you still have 12 seconds left on the clock. And instead of turning and finding another play, I know you had no timeouts, but Klay was wide open at the top, and you decide to do a turnaround fadeaway in traffic with Jared Butler right in your grill and miss. And then you foul Jalen Hood-Schifino, and he makes the free throws, and the game's over. So, look, I don't know if the Mavs were trying to lose. Maybe they're not even trying to get into the play-in. But just bad decision-making by the Mavs, and it just goes to show how bad of a team they are. So the Sixers are an absolute atrocity, but the Mavs are even worse. And the Mavs have to be looking at themselves like, geez, man. Jeez. Look, at the end of the day, it's hard to analyze these games, but I will say, just from the Sixers standpoint, I mean, they shot 39% from 3, 14 for 36. First half, they were on fire. The Mavericks only shot 10 for 34. They were bricking it up today. Sixers had 11 turnovers. They took care of the ball. I thought they moved the ball well. I thought they took advantage of their opportunities. And I thought they actually showed some pretty good life out there. They showed some heart. And it's crazy that 5 guys who weren't even on the team. Like if you told me back in October that in the middle of March, I'm going to be looking at a lineup of Gershon Yabusele, Alex Reese, Chuma Okeke, O'Shea Brissett, and Jalen Hood-Schifino. If you told me that was going to be the lineup in mid-March, I would have said you are absolutely out of your mind. You've lost your marbles. There's no way. Absolutely no way. But you're playing that lineup, and the 76ers still find a way to win the game because, again, you're playing guys that are hungry, that want their opportunity. You can't ask those guys to go out there and lose. You can't say, yeah, don't play hard. Don't give it your all. That's not going to happen. Where it needs to happen is from the coach and the management and the front office. You put Quentin Grimes back in with 5 minutes to go. Why'd you do that? Well, the Sixers are also getting investigated right now, so now they don't want anybody breathing down their neck. You know, they can't just say, hey, Quentin Grimes had an ankle injury at the end of the third quarter. He's not coming back. Can't do that because you're getting actively investigated, which, again, is a bunch of BS because this team is hurt. The Dallas Mavericks are so hurt that they might not be able to play the rest of their games. And the whole NBA is hurt. And I feel like all season long on this postgame show, I've told you guys that the NBA has an injury issue. And every team is so banged up. And the NBA needs to do something about it. Whether that is not playing back-to-backs or, you know, finding some way to alleviate, I guess, the stress and pressure on these guys' bodies. But there is such a bad injury issue right now in the NBA. I mean, even look at the players on the injury report today. For the Mavericks, Kyrie, Caleb Martin, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Anthony Davis, Dante Exum, Olivier Prosper, Jaden Hardy. For the Sixers, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry, Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre, Lonnie Walker, Andre Drummond, and Adem Bona. I mean, damn, man. Doesn't get crazier than that. But again, the NBA has incentivized the draft lottery, and that's where we're at. So I didn't think the Sixers would lose every game. They end up winning this one. I understand why they won it. I picked them to win. Hopefully they can bounce back next game and get back on the tank. We'll talk about the tank here in a second. We have a $5 super chat from Brian Pumper. Brian, thank you. He says, what a horrific W. I love Grimes, but he might need to get injured. I'm sorry. He can't touch that hardwood anymore for the Sixers. And I understand where you're coming from. People won't like that comment. But what you mean to say is Quentin Grimes needs to get benched for the rest of the season. Shut a guy down. Shut him down because Quentin Grimes is likely going to win you a handful of games. Like, it's no longer a honeymoon phase. Quentin Grimes is good at basketball. He never had the opportunity that he's having right now. And the funniest, ironic part of all of it is if the Mavs didn't trade him away, they wouldn't be hard capped. And they would also have a guy like Quentin Grimes who can hold down the fort, at least for a little bit. So, look, man, Quentin Grimes is probably going to win you a couple more games. Now, the Sixers are on a 6-game road trip coming up. This week will be tough. They have some tough opponents. This week, they're going to play the Rockets, the Thunder, the San Antonio Spurs, the Hawks, Pelicans, and Wizards. So, couple tough games and then a couple easy ones. But, yeah, the Sixers need to lose as many as they can for the rest of the season. The Raptors have the easiest remaining schedule. The Nets have a little bit of a tougher schedule than the Sixers, but the Nets lost to Boston last night, and the Nets also play tonight, which could impact things. But, yo, how many games do you guys think the Sixers are going to win out of the next 6? Rockets, Thunder, Spurs, Hawks, Pelicans, and Wizards. Honestly, if they keep playing Quentin Grimes, and they keep playing these hungry guys that obviously want to make the opportunity worth it, like O'Shea Brissett and Jalen Hood-Schifino, they might end up winning 2 of those games. They might actually end up winning 2 of them, and I hope they don't. They can't afford to win anymore. We have 15 games left. You're 23-44. You can't afford to win anymore. Maybe a couple, but that's it. That's it. So if we pull up the Tankathon standings, let's see if they updated now. They did update. So now the Sixers are currently 1 game behind the Brooklyn Nets in the Tankathon standings. They're still at number 6, but the Toronto Raptors play tonight as well. The Raptors play... Who do they play tonight? The Raptors play the Portland Trailblazers, and the Nets play the Atlanta Hawks. So now we have to rely on some help from our counterpart tanking teams. But the Nets are currently 1 game ahead of the Sixers. That'll either be a game and a half or back to half a game tonight. And the Toronto Raptors will either be a half game behind the Sixers or a game and a half behind them. Again, if you try to tank here and you don't end up getting the pick, I mean, you tried all that you could, right? Everybody that says don't tank, there's no healthy alternative to not trying. Okay, let's not try to tank and get the pick. Then what? We have no first-round draft pick. We don't have anything to look forward to other than maybe a big trade and a second-round draft pick. So my thing is you have to at least try. You have to hope and pray and put your faith in the lottery ping pong balls. But you have to try. I mean, you're here at this point. There's no coming back. I don't care what Nick Nurse says about Tyrese Maxey coming back on this trip. If Tyrese Maxey plays another game this season, the Sixers have completely lost their marbles. They have completely lost their mind if they bring Tyrese Maxey back. The Sixers need to be left alone by the NBA. They were cooking. They were doing their thing in this tank race, and then the NBA tried to step in and get in the way. So we'll see. But hey, at least we're not the Dallas Mavericks. All right, what else do I have on this game? Really not much. I mean, again, it was a hard-fought battle. It was actually way more entertaining than I thought. A 1 p.m. Sunday matinee edition. This game at the beginning of the season was played to be on ABC, and it ends up being not on national television because nobody cared, and it's at a weird time, but it was actually very entertaining. And that comeback by the Mavs in the fourth quarter, I really thought that they were going to make a push there. And if Spencer Dinwiddie passes the ball off and doesn't act like a ball hog in the final moments, maybe they do tie it up, maybe it goes to overtime, and who knows. But from the 76ers, and I know it's a weird position to be in trying to analyze it, because it's like we don't want to see them win, but it is nice for once to see a burst of energy from this team and actually like being locked in and focused. But yeah, man, I mean, a lot of guys just, they played hard. Sometimes, as we see, like they're not talented, they're not that good, but they play hard, and that can really make up some of the gap. And again, I think Jalen Hood-Schifino as a nice combo guard out of Indiana, who went to the Lakers and then didn't really get any playing time and comes here. Maybe that's a guy that you can stash and try to let him develop a little bit. O'Shea Brissett, maybe he could be a bench piece moving forward. Maybe. I'm right. These are all big maybes. But these guys didn't embarrass themselves today. And once again, the more you play Quentin Grimes, the more you're going to win games, or more you're going to have a likely chance to win. Gershon Yabusele hasn't really played that well. Hopefully the goal is that, and not for him. Obviously, I want to see him get his money because he deserves it. But from a Sixers standpoint, hopefully Yabusele kind of plays down his contract value and you can bring him back. Quentin Grimes will be back because he's a restricted free agent. And the Sixers have the opportunity to re-sign him and match any offer that he gets. So Quentin Grimes most likely will be back. I don't want to say 100% guarantee because knowing the 76ers, they'll do the impossible and they'll let him go. But Grimes should be back. Yabusele's a maybe. And you have a lot of other big decisions to make. So, again, the Sixers win a game. It was nice to see effort, but you have to lose games this week. Rockets, Thunder, and Spurs. We'll see what happens. But that's really where we're at, man. 15 games left in this torturous season. Going to the chat, Alonzo says we'll win 2 games out of 6. Busy B says 1. DJ says 0. Philly Sicko in the chat says, this franchise is so trash, I can't be a fan after 41 years. I want to enjoy my days. It's crazy, man. I mean, that's what they've made us feel like this year. That's what they've done to us. Depressed Sixers fan says, we're in the era of the even the least played players could be good if given the chance. Yeah. It's all about opportunity, man. We've seen it a lot with our Sixers young players. Once you give them a chance, once you give them a bundle of minutes, and they don't feel like they're going to be benched all the time, and they don't think they only have one short leash, give them a chance, let them go work some confidence up. And you're seeing that with a guy like Jalen Hood-Schifino. So we'll see. But at least the NBA can get off our backs now. The Sixers win a game. They're 23-44. And now what comes next? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got here, man. Sixers win a ball game. Go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend to all who celebrate. Forget about this Sixers team. Until tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow night. Back to back, man. Sixers take on the Rockets out in Houston. Not too far. But, yeah, we'll see if they can bounce back tomorrow, I guess. Bounce back. That's how you want to look at it. Sixers Postgame Live. Philly Take with RB. Tap in with us every game, man. Catch you on the next one. Peace.